What's going on, everybody? Good afternoon. Oh man, how y'all doing? My apologies for running a little behind. I have to try to split up my day, do applications and stuff and things I need to get done for the house in the morning, and then in the afternoon, um, get in this fantastic content and hang out with you all. Y'all, you will not believe who said that they were a fan over here on X. Oh my God. Mr. What's his name? Oh my God. He got blocked by Candace. Mixter Exclusive said, I'm a fan. Oh my God. I'm a fan. Shout out to Mr. Exclusive and Andrew Colvett. Mindy, what are the chances that we might be able to ask Andrew Colvett to come hang out with us and laugh for about an hour? You think he'll come over to the Lady Luck Club? I would love to speak with him. Just let him just go all in. Y'all, we listen. I don't hold bars over here, okay? I'm trying my best to calm down on the cuss words, but I don't hold bars. I simply speak my mind and let it all out. And I always want our special guests to be able to do the same and to be able to kick back and say all the things that they probably would not say on everybody else's platform that they can definitely say over here. I would love to see Andrew Colvin come over here, kick back, and just let it out. Just go in. I really would love to have a conversation with him. I don't know what his, flexibility is if he goes out and does interviews like that. But I sure would love for him to come over to the Lady Luck Club. That would be fantastic. Y'all, we got so much to talk about. Shout out to Mr. Exclusive. So there's an article that was done. Ooh, child. I'm going to greet you all in 1 second. Let me get this set up. Let me get this set up. Do I have the right one up? Nope. Wrong tab. Mr. Exclusive. Let me start with this. So Mr. Exclusive put up a post. Hold on a second. Of an article. I know I tagged it. Because I said, oh, I got to talk about this article. Where is it? I know I tagged it. Y'all, who is this fatty adventure? Boy, you don't kick rocks. All these words you're using that you can't define. Punk ass lame. He was called. I said, what's a pal? Why are you spelling pal? P.A.L. Punk ass lame. Boy, that's so dumb as fuck. I said I'm trying to calm down the cussing. I ain't said I'm gonna stop immediately. I don't want to get anybody's hopes up. It's just dumb as fuck. I should, yeah, I'm gonna respond and say that. Well, that was D.A.F. To the highest extent. What are you asking about? Y'all, these stupid ass cult members, dumb ass cult members using words they can't define. Ask Candace to tell you the freezing point of water. Oh God. Gotta love the vocalist of Body Count. I told Candace, I said, let me tell you something. Candace, The last thing you want to do is challenge people who are not scared of you, dumbass. Did I tell you who make a mockery of this? Where's the claim, the case number, the file number, something? Where's that at? What's the name of this so-called person you reporting this to? Candace, send them this photo. I think they'll appreciate it. It tells them everything they need to know. What's going on, everybody? Let's greet everybody up in here. Tina Marie, shout out to the mods. How you doing? Cece, thank you for renewing your membership for 7 months. Girl, I love you too, honey. Mackenzie up in here, Texas Mother Bird, Juju, shout out to all the fantastic mods. Good morning. Is it morning over there, Colleen? Good afternoon, good morning. Depending on, I guess, what time zone you're in, aka Utah time for Candace and her simpletons. Coach Colin so retarded going over X group. Okay, tell him to make sure my he says my name has a blue check mark next to it now. Put it in his chat. Lady Luck Club has a blue check mark next to her name now, so that's old. When the hell they gonna report us so we can get the point of contact? Tell him to get his cult leader to alert the authorities and then give us all the information and post it up because we're waiting so we can call this point of contact. We're gonna call this officer. Candace, that's the worst thing you said. You it's like a dare. It's like I dare Lady Luck to say something. Oh, okay, cool. So whenever you file a report to whatever agency, because she never said who, because she just says dumb things. But no, I'm gonna call your bluff. Report us to whomever, Candace, and we want the information. I want the incident or the case number. I want the point of contact, the investigator, the FBI agent. If you're going to the FBI, are you going to the Department of Defense? They can't stand your dumb ass over there. What about the, Department of Homeland Security? FBI, CIA? Are you going to involve, anything over there in Great Britain? Because, George could be deported back. You going to tell the KGB? They might be irritated, but they're not going to give a damn. Candace, they don't care about what's happening to you. No. Russia cares about the information you give them. That's one-sided, in case you didn't know that. Now, they don't have any interest in you whining about a group on X. They don't give a damn about that. They want to know our nuclear launch codes. So, you going to tell them, but how they going to go? Who you going to report us to? Because we all need to know. And then that way we can all call these people on live streams. Man, me, Artie Trolls, oh my God, Jay, we all come together. Gary from Paramount Tactic. Oh, we love Gary. Gary, we'll all call the point of contact that Candace is filing this report to. We'll do one big ass live stream, have a huge platform, and then we'll all just call and put the people on speakerphone. And we'll ask them many questions. Candace, in the United States of America, we have the right to face our accuser. So if you're going to accuse us of something, and then you're going to report it to somebody, yes, we have the absolute right to call to see what's going on. And cooperate. Child, we ain't hiding from shit. I know I'm not. That's why that nonsense don't scare me. She's so stupid. Oh, man. Texas Mother Bird. What's happening? Oh, y'all, let's get some music in the background, honey. We got to get it in. I'm excited, you all. I got to finish setting up the t-shirts. And I think I'm going to put out 2. We're definitely going to do the mala. I got to check my emails and finish setting up the spring shot for the tees. And I think I might do hats. Y'all let me know what else y'all want other than shirts. Want socks, hats? How do you all want it? A hat would be cool. Maybe a hoodie. And then put on a kick rocks barefoot. Girl, bye, Felicia. Oh boy, she's a pregnant. A pregnant. I'm gonna have to figure that out. How we gonna do that? Pregnant. Yeah. I'm gonna spell it exactly as I'm pronouncing it. A pregnant. Oh, child. Candace, yeah, we're gonna keep those t-shirts up to you so somehow go into labor somewhere. On Earth, in space, on the sun, whatever. It better be a baby in there, you moron. We started the live spicy. Yes, we did. Oh man, y'all hit that like button. Make sure you guys are subscribed to the Lady Luck Club. Everybody that's listening in from X, come on over to YouTube and hit that subscribe button. We're still trying to get to 50,000 supporters, 50,000 Lucksters. Shout out to Artie Trolls. He doesn't surpass me. Listen, we gotta keep up. You can be able to keep up now. And I'm excited for it. All right. So make sure you guys are subscribed and hitting that like button. Tell YouTube Kick Rocks we like Lady Luck Club. Keep her videos in the algorithm. It makes the cult members mad too. Because they love copying and pasting the same comment. How is this video in my algorithm? Why would you point it out that it's in your algorithm? That means that the like button is working. Oh, because they're stupid. Yeah, they're so dumb. Oh, it's 10:23 where you are? Okay. Good morning. Make sure you get some coffee, girl. What's some hot cocoa? I don't like coffee. I only drink it when necessary, John. Yeah, so I woke up when I was going to get a bowl of cereal. And the milk is spoiled before the due date. How does that happen? It was not sitting out or anything. I keep everything in the refrigerator and keep it cold. Like I like cold cereal. I keep the cereal in the refrigerator too because I like it all cold. And the milk is already like, so I can't eat cereal. I'm like, ah. So I am going to have to order something. Yeah. Gary is under attack again. Why do you keep messing with Gary? Why don't they just leave him alone? You know, that's the thing. They can just leave him alone. Candace is deflected to this chat group because she has run out of conspiracy theories. She is a loser. All that money and she is still trash. Exactly. Susie Q, honey, you are on point. Candace, give me $10,000. You owe me that, and that might make you feel better or worse. I don't care. But I already told you, go ahead and report us to whomever and tell us who you're reporting us to and leave the case number so we can call them. We all want to participate in that. I told her to report us. Report us. You moron. Show the evidence, because that's the first thing we're going to ask for. Send it over to your so-called whomever you're reporting us to. Is it going to be the police? Is it the FBI? Because you know, Sloppy Joe Ken is unemployed, like me. So what we doing? Why all the liars get all the money and opportunity? That's what I don't understand. Y'all been applying all morning. Andrew COVID, if you want to hire me, I'm available to be hired. I'll work. So, but that's the thing, though. What? Candace, who you gonna report us to? Can you give us a heads up? Just tell us. Why are you keeping that a secret? You can't get away with secretly reporting 92 people to the authorities. Yeah, you're so dumb. She would have to tell us that. Candace, you're a moron. Andrew Hire LLC. Yeah, I know. Oh, I'm gonna tell him, Andrew COVID, I'm looking for a job. Like ASAP, because the rent's doing all that, you know. Ooh, child. Y'all, you can't make this stuff up. Okay, so let me go to this article. Mr. Exclusive, he said, I DM'd you. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, and see right here, y'all see that? 10 chats over there. I haven't even checked my DMs yet. That's how it was with the group chat. I could go days without even looking in it. These are my personal chats. I know I'm not in that group still. I don't think so. I said add me back. Add me back in it. Shabu. Candace, we gonna class action your ass. That's exactly what the hell we gonna do. Unlike you, I don't have to sit here and throw out nonsense and buffoonery. We will class action you for false reporting. We'll make sure that the police, the FBI, all know that you are filing false reports. And then we're gonna press charges against your dumb ass. And then we're gonna class action you in a lawsuit. You understand that, Candace? Because that's what we have the right to do. So we're waiting on you to file a report against us, a false report. That way we can report your dumb ass for it. And then we will file a class action lawsuit against you and your dumb ass cohorts. Tell Baron Coleman to get ready to go to court. Coach Colin, he can knock if you buck if you want to. You be added to it. We don't give a damn. 90 people can class action against Candace and her dumb ass cult member. Go ahead and file that false frivolous report to the police, wasting resources and time with no damn evidence so that we can have you charged. We'll wait, Candace. Your move. Knock if you buck. Didn't I tell y'all? She's trying to do this to scare people, and she's trying to scare people that she thinks does not know what to do. Don't bother me over here. That does not work in the Lady Luck Club, Candace. We will press charges against you for filing a false police report, you dumb ass alien. And then we'll class action you, all 91 people. There's the other one, I guess, she said she out the group, so whatever. 91 people will file a class action lawsuit against your dumb ass for pain and suffering. You know, emotional distress. I am so distressed. Y'all feel distressed? Hit the four Candace is causing you all emotional distress. We all got a headache now because of this dumb alien who refused to leave our planet. Now we're in distress. Can't make this up. Candace, didn't I tell you? You got the right one today. Chabu. File that false police report. None of this stuff your clan members are saying bother me. File the false police report, Candace. I dare you. I dare you. We're all waiting. File it. Okay, I gotta go back in now. Let's see. What was I? Oh, Jay Wood said that's nasty work. That photo is taken off. Where is Mr. Here he is. Oh, I will check it in a minute. Oh my God. Oh, Mindy is on it. Mindy, girl, you on it. Oh, you are on it. You are on it. Okay. So y'all see here, he put up this post about this article. He said, I read the article, so you didn't have to. It says, Candace is a useful idiot for American adversaries. In short, if you've been following Mr. Exclusive, you know all this already, especially where she refuses to investigate people she may have linked with, along with Tucker and Massey. I don't know who Massey is. I'm gonna be honest, I don't care. Y'all know crackhead Mickey Mouse Tucker Carlson can kiss my ass. I don't talk about him like that because he's an idiot. The only thing this article got wrong is that Candace is not specifically called a useful idiot. She is Queen Dipshit. Candace. I can dig it. Candace, we're going to go with this, okay? Queen Dipshit. Leader of the dipshit cult. The dipshit cult will go down in history as just another era of Nazis and laughable propaganda of seriously disturbed people. You know, they can't read either. Thank goodness they can't read. Seriously, though. This article, which has been picked up by many other publications, does back much of what I have already reported. Cheers. So, of course, I said, oh, yeah, I'll go over this bar. So we're going to do it. We're going to do it. We're going to do it right now. See that? Make sure you tell Special Agent Monostat 007 that you say you would rather be Russian than American. Candace, when you file a report against us, that false police report, then we'll tell them then that, and I'm going to play the video where I called it 7 months ago, where you say you would rather be Russian than American, so we can get your ass up out of here. Has anyone alerted the Department of Homeland Security? Candace would rather be Russian than American. Derek, get your ass out of our country. What you here for? Bye, Felicia. Hey, this moron says she would rather be Russian than American. Okay, bye, girl, bye. Y'all see, look at it. I'm a big fan. Oh, I said I am as well. Oh my goodness. So we got to get to it. Intelligence sources claim Candace Owens is a useful idiot amid massive Charlie Kirk investigation. I'm going to put the link to this article in the chat because see here in the Lady Luck Club. See here, Candace. We read here in the Lady Luck Club. Oh, Queen Dipshit. Queen Dipshit. Still can't tell us the freezing point of water. Queen Dipshit. Sometimes you just gotta sing those things out. Change all state LLC. I never. Erica Kirk, girl, you better tell Brandon Tatum and Michael Doe, all these clowns here simping for Candace talking about Charlie Kirk was my friend. Tell them to kick rocks. Boy, I can't wait till she just go off and get him a taste of their own money. Oh my good Lord. Just go in, girl. We got your back. If you need a translator, I got your back too. Boo. How many languages you want that in? We speak several over here in the Lady Luck Club. I'm still working on my Spanish. Queen Dipshit. All right, y'all, let's get to this article. I put the link to the article in the chat. Make sure you guys check it out as well on your own free time. Because we do read here. I actually, like Candace, the difference between me and you is I actually trust that the Lucksters are actually reading. I might not read everything in it while I'm going over it, but they will. That's what's so awesome about the Lady Luck Club. We actually read. Candace Owens has found herself at the center of a bitter intelligence dispute following her sustained public questioning of the Charlie Kirk investigation in Utah. The commentator, known as Queen Dipshit, is facing accusations that she is unwittingly acting as a vessel for foreign disinformation networks attempting to exploit the September 2025 fatal shooting. The news came after prosecutors laid out their initial evidence against Tyler Robinson, the man accused of murdering the TPUSA founder, during a preliminary hearing in July. The proceedings revealed campus surveillance footage, which quickly became the focal point for internet sleuths, aka impersonating federal investigators. They should all be locked the hell up. Candace, I dare you to file that report. As a matter of fact, go for the FBI so we can all get in on it. Okay? Because you got a lot of people over there impersonating federal investigators. That is a felony. Plus, your cyber stalking is a felony. You see why? Listen, you see why you don't sit here and dare somebody to do something like that, Candace? Don't dare us over here. We got evidence for days on you committing real crimes. So, send us the incident report number or the claim number or case number, whatever you get, and your point of contact, name and phone number. It better be a real complaint. I'm actually looking forward to it. According to a source familiar with intelligence operations, hostile actors regularly funnel questionable The serial through anonymous tip lines that she doesn't vet. They reportedly rely on trusted online personalities to amplify these threats to massive audiences trying to distrust official narratives. The intelligence source did not mince words about how these networks allegedly view the prominent conservative Queen Dipshit. They view her as a useful idiot, the source claimed, suggesting she has no idea what is truly happening with this broader global network. It's so funny how her cult members say the same thing about everybody else. You have no idea what's happening here. I don't give a damn. You're lying. That's what's happening. We don't care to go beyond that. Candace Owens is lying. That is that simple. And lying can hold her legally liable. It's also a chargeable offense. You're lying to law enforcement, claiming that you were being doxxed in a group chat with zero evidence. File the report, please. Candace, Queen Dipshit, file that damn report. And then see if I'm bluffing when I say we'll press charges against you for filing a false police report and for lying to the police. Then you can see if I'm bluffing when I respond. Yeah, go ahead and do it, girl. When tragedy becomes a lucrative content machine, can't make this up. Oh, hold on, let me finish this a bit. Owens and her team furiously rejected the characterization as a coordinated smear tactic designed to silence legitimate questions. The spokesperson called the allegations absurd spin and maintained that her sources are categorically not foreign operatives. Child, they're dumbass liars, and we're ready to call their bluff. Whether her supporters believe the intelligence claims or not, her relentless focus on the case has spawned an wild online ecosystem. Controversy has proven lucrative for a new cottage industry of independent investigators scrutinizing courtroom footage because they can't read or see now. And then there's some alternate reality. Queen Dipshit has taken her cult to an alternate reality where they don't believe in video footage being played in a court of law. But yet they get mad when you sue them in a court of law. Go figure. Candace, you go file this report? We're waiting. File this report. What's going on, Marchon? Hey, Tracy. How you doing? Oh, thank you, Juju. Good thing in LLC membership. What's going on, Tracy? How you been, girl? Oh, Lord have mercy. You can't make this stuff up, Nikki B. I haven't checked my email yet. Tracy said I had to take a quick smoke break. Girl, this smoking is bad for you. Or you just outside? I just had to go outside. How you doing, Tracy? Be careful, girl. Be careful. Let me make sure I get everybody up in here. You guys are amazing. Thank y'all for tuning in during your lunch breaks. Good job. I ain't cleaning for one of my customers. Okay. Shout out to it. Okay. Praise the Lord, church. Amen. Candace. We're waiting on you to file the report. You thought I was playing. Candace, no. You'll understand why when I respond. File the report, Heifer. So, it is mad how quickly this tragedy morphed into a content machine. Since dedicating her platform to alleged holes in the prosecution's case, Owens, Queen Dipshit, has added roughly 1 million YouTube subscribers to push her total audience beyond 6 mil. Bots. They're bots. But is this genuinely about seeking justice? Or has it become just another algorithmic gold rush? Yeah, because it's a cult now. And the bots are still stupid and they still can't spell her first name. So we don't take them seriously. One digital creator likened the phenomenon to QAnon, noting that the format thrives because every fresh claim creates an opportunity to churn out lucrative live streams. This perpetual cycle means there is always a new development or a secret message to decode. The creator warned that the format only ends when the public eventually loses interest and the money inevitably dries up. Baron Coleman is not a podcaster or a real attorney, and he should be disbarred for whatever license he still has. Serves as a prime example of the financial power behind this movement. His channel skyrocketed into from a handful of followers to more than 350,000 subs, generating over 44 million views in under a year. According to the Tracker Playboard, Coleman introduced paid memberships and earned more than $400,000 through YouTube super chats alone. What in the world? Where are these same clowns at with my fundraiser? Candy ass cult members, I have a fundraiser going on for $10,000 to help with bills. Where they at? Lord, you can't make this up. Y'all see why all the evil people get all the good shit? Why do the evil people get $400,000 of super chats? You have to lie like hell is hot to get money. Who knew? Candace, I'm not lying like hell is hot to get money. But your cult members can definitely amp up my fundraiser. If they can give Mitch Snow 150,000, 10,000 is nothing. Y'all make sure y'all share it out. Candace cult members can put money in it. Oh, I want nothing more for them to just give up their mortgage money. Because they've been doing that. Yeah, that's all they do is give up their bill money to you. Oh, man, they ought to be ashamed of themselves. Owens subsequently invited his collaborator, Ian Carroll, into her show, pouring even more fuel on their expanding audience. You know, because liars look out for one another. Like demons. They all come in legions. You got Ian Carroll and Queen Dipshit Candace, Crackhead, Mickey Mouse Tucker Carlson, and the weird one. What's her name? Megan Kelly or whatever. Brandon Tatum's dumbass. Michael Knowles, Stu Peters. Dom who wants Gom, Baron Coleman. All these people lie and cover up for each other. And they look out for each other by sharing an audience. And then they realize, oh man, if I actually told the truth, I'm not going to get $400,000 in super chats anymore. So let me keep lying because these $400,000 are coming from Candace's 6 million bots. Now you all see how that works? So of course they're going to sit here and pretend like she's not saying dumb shit that could get her caught up with police and FBI agents. Or a judge or a jury. Of course, they're going to turn a blind eye to it. Because Brandon Tatum's audience is Candace's audience. It's like she loans out her bots to them when they do their shows. And you know there's a big difference when Brandon Tatum is talking about like Nolan Wells. And then you got Nancy Grace putting him in check. And then when he's over here talking about Charlie Kirk. You notice the difference in the views. So he knows if I want to keep making this type of money, I got to keep weaponizing the death of someone he calls a friend. Funny how they're all doing it, but then want to say, no, we just care and we trying to show support for Erica Kirk. Meanwhile, Erica Kirk is sitting at home like, y'all can kiss my ass. They share an audience. And because they know that and they continue to turn a blind eye, it's all intentional. They don't give a damn about Erica Kirk or Charlie Kirk. They only care about getting $400,000 of super chats. That's all they care about. The debate reached a fever pitch after Queen Dipshit shared heavily discussed surveillance footage of the Lucy Center, originally presented by the prosecution. During the July hearing, prosecutors argued the video showed Robinson scaling the building before a figure lowered itself into position. Robinson has not entered a plea because, and if that's the tactic, it's because, and Queen Dipshit does not know this, but it's because they want the prosecutors to show as much evidence they can see as possible. Then that way they can see what they're working with. Then they can determine whether or not going to trial will even be meaningful, or would it be more worth it to try to set up a plea deal. Now, the prosecutors don't have to offer one, but it would behoove the defense attorneys to at least have that as an option. So that's why sometimes they go through these preliminary hearings, which is like a precursor to what you would see in the murder trial. Because they want to know, okay, what are we dealing with? What are we working with here? How are they going to present their case? And once they see that, then they can make the best decision from there. I think this is going to go to trial either way. But if they feel like they can invoke enough reasonable doubt, it definitely will go to trial so that they can do just that. Does that make sense at the core? Their goal is to invoke reasonable doubt. That's all they're trying to do. And in order to develop a plan, a game plan on how to do that, they want the prosecutors to, okay, show us what you got first before we proceed further. Does that make sense? And it's not something abnormal. This happens often. The case that we're speaking on in the second channel regarding the singer David, and his attorneys did the same thing. And then when they realized prosecutors have like 5-10 terabytes of data and evidence, they were like, oh, okay, yeah. The judge went on ahead and said herself, we're definitely moving to trial on this, period. So that case will be moving towards a murder trial. All right, so his defense team forcefully objected to the footage being shown in public. His attorneys argued the prosecution's presentation was altered and extremely prejudicial to their client's right to a fair trial. We don't want Tyler Robinson to be able to get a damn appeal granted and have a ruling overturned. How do you do that? By at least ensuring that the jury selection is neutral and impartial. Putting too much out there will taint the jury pool because you don't want your jurors to see this evidence before the damn trial. It creates a bias. And then when you have Queen Dipshit creating a bias and lying like hell about the evidence, the last thing you want your jurors to see is any of her dumbass videos or posts or social media content. Days later, Queen Dipshit uploaded her own version of the footage to her massive audience, stripping away much of the contextual framework provided in the courtroom, creating a bias. That's what she did. She declared that the video could free a young man who was allegedly being framed. Yeah, because that's the last thing you want to hear when it's about to go to murder trial. They're about to go trial. Focusing on the rooftop figure, Owens pointed out that she described as military-style tactical movements that did not align with Robinson's profile. What is his profile again? Because that's not something Candace knows how to do. She does not know how to profile anybody. Doesn't make this stuff up. Candace, you're an idiot. She doesn't have any tactical skill sets to be able to profile anybody. Well, you can make this up. Oh my God. What's going on, Velvet? How you doing, honey? All right, let me come over here and give some shout out. Sedona, go take your meds and get a brain scan. Oh, we got the Candy Coat members. Sedona, can you hit up my fundraiser? Leave me a super chat. I heard you all love giving up $400,000 in super chats. Can you leave me a super chat? Give me $20. I can get me some lunch. I'm in the mood for fish. Oh, shark tails. Yeah, be nice to the Candy Ass Coat members. They leave me $400,000 in super chats. Y'all will have a whole virtual party if I get $400,000 in super chats. I ain't lying. I'm gonna go outside and run around And I'm just gonna thank Jesus like King David. Except my clothes will not be falling off. I'm gonna come in the house before that start happening. So, girl, leave me a super chat, girl. Y'all listen. When the candy ass cult members come in here, tell them, oh yeah, cool. Leave a super chat. We know you love her. I ain't trying to break you away from your cult leader, but I would love $400,000 in super chat. Oh, look at that. If you hate Candace, I don't hate Candace. Candace, I already told her she can report me to the whomever. She said she was gonna report 92 people. What's she reporting us to? I said she could do it, and we'll call that person on live stream, and I'm gonna put them on speakerphone. Okay, that's not hate. That's why. Listen, let me tell you something. There's a difference with hate versus accountability. I don't hate Candace. Candace knows that, but I will tell Candace to kiss my ass every chance I get. Now, if you want, I can say that's said with love. Candace, with the love of the Lord, you can kiss my ass. All right. Oh man. Tell the candy ass cult members to leave me $400,000 in super chats. Boy, that woo. I got a fundraiser. It's only for 10,000 to help pay rent and bills and stuff until I get another job. They'll blow that out the water. Child, please. And I'ma still say what I want to say. Can't make this up. Oh, let's get back to it. Oh man. Oh Lord have mercy. Jesus, Mackenzie, what's going on? Mama Sage. Who child? Y'all hit that like button. Hit the like button. All right, we're gonna finish this up. I'm not gonna read the whole thing. Let's see here. Then they go into some other stuff. Oh, that was the end of it. Okay. Let's see. This deep dive analysis has inspired a wave of amateur sleuths to take the investigation into their own hands. Creators like, I don't know who these people are. Brandy Siciliani and Billy Webb even traveled to Utah to document Robinson's preliminary hearing firsthand. Siciliani vehemently rejected any suggestion that independent investigators are simply milking a tragedy for profit. She explained that she investigates in her free time, adding that she has spent significantly more money on the case than she has earned. Because these court documents cost money. Y'all didn't know that. The Luxus knew that. To all the candy asses, court documents cost money. Like you can do a FOIA request, but you may have to pay for it. We have the right to transparency and accountability. It doesn't mean that the courts are not going to charge us for the court documents. So for like federal cases, I have a oh my god, I can't even figure the name of it right now. Pacer account. I have a Pacer account, but I get charged for certain documentation. Some of it is available to the public, some of it isn't. So for what is not free, I have to pay for those court documents. And Pacer only deals with federal cases, criminal or civil. So that stuff is not free. So when we're saying we're spending money to do our, I'm an independent, journalist. When I say I'm spending money on certain court documents, that's not a lie. I have a whole Pace account, and it comes out once a month of whatever the total balance is, based on the documents that I've, requested. I have to pay for that. So that's what donations here in the Lady Luck Club go towards. It go towards the subscriptions for X, for YouTube, so we don't have to watch, ads and stuff when we're going on videos. It goes towards StreamYard because I have to pay for that still. That still comes out every month. And the internet, the light bill, because I need electricity to, go live. All this stuff, it costs money. So supporters do a tremendous job here in the LLC by helping to fund these bills related to the channel. So when someone says they don't spend a lot of money on this, y'all listen. Your mind will be blown on how much money can be spent on just doing journalism on one case, especially if it involves court documents or you got to do FOIA requests and you're trying to get information from the police department or investigations. That costs money. And then you got to do interviews and stuff. It takes time and energy. You want to make sure it's presented well. So, yeah, that, man, listen, that's an investment. So I understand that. Now, I may not spend this as much as this person did because they travel. But traveling costs money. You got to get a hotel, get flight, all this other stuff. So you can go out and do some real journalism. But that's what journalism is about. It's getting the information and reporting it to the public that the public has the right to know and that the public is greatly interested in knowing. And you do it with integrity. Does that make sense? Hit the phone. For others drawn into the mystery, the pursuit of alternative theories has completely consumed their daily lives. Webb confessed that the investigation became their entire life, requiring them to eat, sleep, and breathe the podcast while working 45 hours a week. Wow. TPUSA has found itself trapped in the middle of this digital storm, constantly forced to respond to a never-ending stream of online claims. Didn't I tell you? Listen, didn't I tell you, Andrew COVID? I said that with so much love. Stop answering Candace's dumbass questions. And look, he's now giving me a follow. Look at God. Won't he do it? Hit the floor. I just said that last month to Andrew COVID. And it wasn't said, it wasn't to be mean. It's not to hate. None of that. I said that with love. I said, Andrew COVID, stop answering her dumbass question. It's not going to get anywhere. She's just going to keep asking these dumb questions and expect you to answer her. And then when you don't, they're going to harass the hell out of you on X and then troll you until you do give her an answer. Like anybody owes her an answer. No one owes her shit. Candace, don't nobody owe you shit. Didn't I tell y'all? I said that with love. Because I'm like, listen, we're not here for that. We're not here to pamper her and spoil her. Candace is spoiled. She's a spoiled brat. And she wants to demand information she's not entitled to. That she's not privy to. And now look. Andrew COVID and I are following each other on X. I love it. Child. He knows listen. He knows this girl is a weirdo. She's alien. For her making demands for information she's not entitled to. Don't entertain that. Don't even start entertaining it. Everybody at TPUSA need to tell her to kick rocks. Kick rocks. Oh, that's going to be a good t-shirt. Oh, man. So I told him that. And it was never said with ill will or malice. But knowing Candace, you can't entertain her buffoonery. No. Even casual observers have noted that the internet has created powerful incentives for these creators to keep producing content indefinitely. Candace running out of content. She running out of content, get bored. Let's go back over here. Oh, you all, I gotta respond to Mr. Inclusive. Oh my goodness. So there are a few videos that I got tagged in that I need to check out. Y'all, cold-blooded Christian. Oh my goodness. I love his post. He's so genuine and authentic. Y'all, he called Candace, talked to her 3 times, and trolled her. We was here for it. I would love to have him come back to the Lady Luck Club. I really would. No one hates Candace. No one hates you. Nah, I don't. I'm just waiting on you to file that report, though. I mean exactly what I say. And that's one thing she does know. Lady Luck Club does not bluff. She does not bluff at all. File that report, girl. So he tagged in Bride of George Farmer. Who is Candace Owens? Part 1 deep dive. Oh my God. Oh, this is good. I'm so here for this, and I want to see this. We got tagged in on it. So we're going to check this out, y'all. Because, see, people forget Candace, she wasn't always a conservative. And it's unfortunate. Let me tell you something. It's unfortunate when you take advantage of people and then those people start to wake up and realize, oh, y'all, Jay Witt said the thumbnails are insane. Keep it up. Oh, thank you, Deacon. Shout out to Jay Witt, my brother. That's my brother, y'all. He said those thumbnails are insane. Listen, all thanks to the Luxers. Y'all send me those photos. What I tell y'all, they're gonna become thumbnails. They're gonna be t-shirts soon. We're gonna start putting them logos and stuff, those photos on shirts. Oh yeah. And I want to make sure when we put up the samples of the shirt, y'all remind me who sent the photos so I can make sure your name is underneath the photo. Does that make sense? So I want to give y'all credit. The Luxers are amazing. And I want everybody to know it. I got the best moderators on YouTube, child. Some of my mods are content creators as well. And I want to give you all kudos. So when y'all send those photos, make sure you put your name somewhere on it. So when they become t-shirts, then that photo and it'll have underneath by the S-Files or by Mindy or by Sifa or No Reply. So y'all can get the kudos you deserve. Nikki B. Nikki B's got a copyrighted Mala logo for us. I'm here for it, girl. So you can get credit for that. Absolutely. That's how you look out for your people. I believe in that. And I appreciate you all. Oh, man. I saw you last night for a moment on Paramount Tactical. Let's see. I wish I could have come sooner. Oh, yes. We did a collab with Milk Bar TV. Shout out to Milk Bar, y'all. We love Milk Bar. He's been over here to the LLC twice. He said he's going to come back so we can do a reaction to Candace because we can't watch her alone. I feel his pain. I was like, yeah, no. Anytime we watch a Candace, I got to be live. I cannot watch her by myself. So when y'all ask me, did I see so-and-so video? Some of them I do watch. If it's another content creator covering it, yeah. But if y'all asking me, did I see her video? No. Candace, you're not gonna give me more emotional distress than you've caused me. File that complaint, girl. I'm waiting. So he'll come back hopefully soon when he gets some time and do another reaction with us. That's gonna be awesome. And Gary from Paramount Tactic was there, and then a young lady named Jackie. First time ever meeting her. She was also in that 92 group chat. And so he just wanted people to come up. He had invited me on a DM and said, hey, I'm going to be speaking about this afternoon. So I was honored for Milk Bar to even remember me and had a great time, honey. I am the only t-shirt I buy. Oh, it's going to be awesome, y'all. Make America laugh again. I already got the spring shop up. I don't know if y'all have seen it, but I got the shop up. I just got to get everything going with the shirts and some designs. I'm not good with designs, so before I put anything out, I'll be posting them up so you all can see samples of it, offer suggestions on how to make it better. You know, colors and schemes and all that good stuff. Yeah, y'all, man, listen. Yeah, you guys are the ones that will be supporting the channel, getting the product. You should definitely have a hand in how it looks. We love Milk Bar. So he did a fantastic job. He had a nice little panel up. And as soon as I came up, Gary had to go and he was out on vacation and Jackie had to bounce. I think, Milk Bar is in Australia, so his time zones are like, I think you 12 hours ahead of time? Something like that. So we hung up to like what, 3 o'clock this morning? 2 o'clock? I didn't go to bed to 3 or 4 this morning, y'all. I was so tired. So that's why my camera off. I'm exhausted. But we here for it. Let's get to this. Queen Dipshit having liberals. Candace, what the hell are you talking about? Hit the floor where you all can see in here. Let's go. No sound? What? You can't make this up. Hold on. Oh, look. Is this only on X? There's no sound. I see y'all. I'm sorry. Oh, sweet Jesus. Hold on. Let me disconnect. Why, Lord? Why? Why, Jesus? Why? Hold on. Hold on. Lord have mercy. Oh. Oh. I'm getting everything late. You can't make this up. All right, hold on. Let me go back. What the? Okay, let me go back to my thing. Hold on. I'm coming, y'all. Okay, cool. Can y'all hear me? It's saying that the audio is not connected. What the heck? God. It's time for me to get a new device. I need new lighting and a new device. Actually, I need 2 new devices. New laptop and a new phone for recording in the car and outside and stuff. Where I can switch over. Jesus, fix it. Okay.
And I'm not even.
Can y'all hear that? Y'all let me know before I keep playing. Did y'all hear that? Hit the 4 if you can hear.
A registered Republican. So I'm still someone that could vote Democrat. I've never in my entire life, actually, if they had called me or tried to do the right thing, I've never in my entire life voted Republican.
Red Pill Black, Candace Owens. She's just changing the narrative, adding more lies. She keeps switching it up, and it's like if I make a video today, then it's gonna be a new lie tomorrow, and I'm trying to just.
Hey Gil, what's going on? Y'all shout out to the whole truth up in here. Okay, cool. Y'all can hear. All right, cool. I'm sorry. It was telling me that all my audio was disconnected. You can't make this stuff up. What's going on? Is that from Candace BS? Thank you. I appreciate that, Lily. See, yeah, when Candace is full of crap, then I'm gonna call her out just for that. All right, cool. Everybody can hear. We good? Y'all, shout out to the whole truth up in here. All right, cool, babies. Let's get back to it.
Keep track of all the lies she's telling, and I need you guys to give me a moment because I'm still dealing with the heartache of realizing that we have some disingenuous conservatives.
In the 10 months since Charlie Kirk's death, some of the loudest voices on the right have worked overtime to discount the official narrative of his killing, and millions have followed them down the rabbit hole. In a way, the conspiracy theories around Kirk's death were inevitable. And Ms. Now's Brainless Atrocity reports that the MAGA media universe Kirk helped build was doing exactly what it was designed to do, but that relentless suspicion and so-called fact-finding is now tearing MAGA apart.
The question is, was he the shooter? It seems like we're being spoon-fed a narrative.
I now believe there is a federal level of corruption and conspiracy involved in this murder, okay?
Lies on top of lies on top of lies on top of lies. Everybody's like, are you dead? I don't give a fuck about this bitch and her fucking sub count. My biggest concern was my docs.
A woman by the name of Candace Owens, aka Red Pill Black, was on the Rubin Report, and I saw her and I was like, she seems really familiar.
How did this then How quickly did that jump to the way you thought about politics?
Instantly. I mean, I became a conservative overnight, you know.
After dropping out of college, Owens became CEO of the Green 180, a website which included, among other things, a blog focused on taking down then-candidate Donald Trump. Under Owens' leadership, the publication consistently bashed the former state salesman at every turn.
Let's go eat some steak, okay?
One article was titled, "Does Donald Trump Actually Have a Small Penis?" The piece concluded that Donald Trump most likely has a penis the size of an infant.
And as it turns out, I'm racking my brain trying to figure it out. How do I know this person?
She had a doxing site. She has so many people's docs, including mine.
It's not like anybody ever had, a dangerous situation happening because they dogs. Social autopsy.
She believes that I and you should be punished for being politically incorrect on the internet by having our personal information such as our legal name, our address, employer, URLs to all our social media accounts, the list of every school we attended, and a screen cap of all the mean things we said on the internet to be displayed on a website for everyone.
Us lawyer statements. It's not how I roll. I should tell you that. They did not send me an email. They did not send me a text message. They did not coordinate anything with me. They simply made this midnight announcement and gave it a countdown. I've been clear. I want all of the smoke from all of you.
Yeah, you can't.
Like I said, I have a counter offer.
Candace, that's exactly what I'm going to show the police officer that you're going to report us to. I'm going to show them this. You say you want all the smoke from all of us. You said, sue me, I want subpoena power. So Queen Dipshit has her words thrown back in her face. And she gets big mad about it. She's big mad. Big mad. Candace, what you big mad about? You wanted all the smoke. I'm waiting on you to report 92 people to the authorities for reasons. And I want the damn evidence. So you and the other one might want to start looking for those posts. You better produce the evidence. Because 91 people going to clap back with a vengeance. Candace, I'm telling you right now, this is going to go down. We're going to press charges for filing a false police report. And then we're going to class action sue you. And guess what's going to happen? See, your attorneys will not be able to comprehend 92 people suing you. 91. One left. So I guess it's no longer 92. It's 91. Well, she's 93. Now it's 92. All right. They will not be able to comprehend 92 people suing you. So guess what they're going to do? Settle. That's how class actions 98% of the time land in a settlement. Candace, we will take all the money you think you've earned for the last 11 months. You understand me? Gil, you ready? Good. It's going to be a good one.
Countdown. I've been clear. I want all of the smoke from all of you. Nevertheless, like I said, I have a counter offer. He says 300K. Let's make it 500K, right? I just have the hunch, gut instinct that you may be being backed
That is the
by
fucking-
Trade USA or their affiliates.
Oh yeah, that'll be without question, no reply.
Should allow me to confront you. And if you refuse and you still run away from me after I agree to any and all your terms, and you still fucking run away from the debate, and you still refuse to confront me one-on-one, you're the one who's lying. You're the one who's hiding it. I have presented facts upon facts upon facts upon facts upon facts, and guess what? I'm a troll. I'm jealous. It hurts me
They've been
to
saying
know
the same
that
nonsense.
conservatives see the facts that's presented in front of them, will ignore the facts and then start name calling.
Right?
You know what I realized? Let me tell you something. Because they do that with me. I don't lean politically one way or the other. You can say you neutral. They're gonna name call you. Then we had a dumb one calling me the B word. Candace, your dumb cult members are picking up your vocabulary. And nothing more. You're not reading books to them. Their vocabulary is so limited. All they can do is copy and paste whatever Candace says. They don't know other words. They're stupid. That's not our fault. You be mad at us for that. Why? Your cult leader is a moron, and you're learning from her. So a moron begots a moron. But that's what they do. They go to name calling because they don't have anything else. They put a bunch of words together in a statement, and then somehow think that you're supposed to be bowing down and worshiping their cult leader. Candace is not God. She and the devil are both a liar. Candace, we already had to rebuke you when we saw that demon in you last week. Can't make this up. I don't owe Candace anything. I don't owe her any allegiance. I owe her nothing. And that's what she wants. Adoration. Nope. God is deserving of adoration and praise and glory and honor. Not Candace Owens, a dumb alien that crash landed on our planet. I'm going to ask God about that in prayer time. Did you truly create Candace, or is she of something else? Candace, kick rock.
Just have the hunch that you're maybe being backed by Turning Point USA or their affiliate.
Where she is reacting to Andrew Wilson's challenge to her and then outlining her conditions for this debate. Let's watch.
We offered Candace Owens $300,000 to do a debate. They're like, we'll give you $300,000.
What is her position? What does she think happened?
She thinks that Israel worked in conjunction with TPUSA and Erica Kirk to murder Charlotte.
Based on what?
Well, that's the million-dollar question. Nobody actually knows. She's never presented a single shred of evidence thus far that Israel ever worked to murder her. That Erica Kirk certainly didn't. In fact, her position for the longest time was, if Erica Kirk comes out and tells me to stop.
George, you up here asking Candace to open the bottle of applesauce. What's she opening up? She's supposed to be listening to Andrew Wilson. Y'all know why she doing that? Because she knows that he's telling the truth. She's a coward. Candace is a punk ass. Candace, file the report and post that information. I'm calling that dumb bluff today. I'm telling you right now. File that report. I dare you to file a report on 92 people in a group chat. Do it, Candace. Do it. Why is it taking you so long? Candace full of shit.
To stop this, to stop the conspiracy on this, I will. So Erica did. She went out publicly and she was like, enough. You're just causing more problems than good here. This investigation's going on. And then suddenly Erica's now part of the conspiracy.
And she keeps changing it. You know, I'm paid opposition. Really? Where the fuck is my check? Because I'm like, where is my money? Because I have been paid. I ain't seen that one red cent of that money. So I'm like, I got paid? When? I've never seen that happen. She lies, and we present the truth to you, and because it hurts your feelings, you ignore it. You're like, I don't want to look at it, no. And then you start with the name calling. And it says, actually is a misinformation campaign or I don't know what the fuck. You all never fact check her. You take her lies, and you take it as truth. Yes, I'm going to push right, I'm going to kick right, and I'm going to headbutt right. If I call out the left for the shit that they fucking do, why would I make an exception for my own team? Get ready. This is pathetic.
Today, she was on InfoWars. And now you have people like Alex Jones and Paul Joseph Watson trying to defend this woman who created this doxing database.
And it's an exciting time to be alive. And I encourage everybody out there, get your voice out there. Don't be scared to say whatever you're thinking. Nobody can stop you.
Wait, what?
Oh, okay. So since you feel that way, Candace, you queen dipshit, you can kiss all of our asses. We're going to wait for you to file this damn report because we know your lying bum ass can't do it because you don't have a spine and you scared to sit here and have a debate with somebody for $300,000 damn dollars. You've doxed all of these people for no damn reason. You've committed a myriad of cyber crimes, and I hope one day your bum ass goes to jail. And I hope I'm standing right there live streaming it. Yeah, I'm gonna say exactly what I want to say. See, this is why it's perplexing to me why she thinks that someone has to be paid because we're saying something that she doesn't like. Like I give a damn what queen dipshit wants. When I, the queen of YouTube, have operated this way since day one. And I said that Israel can send me $7,000. They can put it in my fundraiser. With my $7,000 Candace, with my $10,000. You owe me $10,000. You worried about the wrong country giving me money. You owe me 10 grand, heifer. Where's my money? You see, I'm going to say exactly what I want to say. That's what your dumb cult members can't seem to comprehend. We don't have to say or repeat anything you say or do. We leave that up to your cult members to do. They copy and paste from you with that hive mentality. We don't do that. But Israel can pay me some money. I already sent Benjamin Netanyahu an invoice. Candace, I went to lunch with Ben Shapiro. You owe me $10,000. I should have $17,000 sitting in my fundraiser. Where the money at? Boy, it's so funny how the candy asses keep telling me I'm getting $7,000. Give me the money. Chabu. Every time I say give me the money, then guess what they do? They run away like some punk asses. Give me the money. They want me to be $7,000 richer. Okay, cool. Give it to me. Leave super chats. They can leave $400,000 of super chats on a moron who should be disbarred. They come over here and they just troll and we let them do it for free. Nah, they're finna start paying. Put up a super chat. You want to come over here and troll? Put a super chat. I'm just saying. Since you think that I'm being paid to say things, then you give me the money and then let's see if I still change up my narrative. Because I'll take your super chat, candy ass cult members, and still tell you to kiss my ass and sleep peacefully. It won't even bother me. But you want to find out? Leave a super chat. I'm just saying. Talking about we pay shields. For who? We're waiting for them to give us the money. We're daring them to give us the money. I have dared the Israeli prime minister to give me $7,000 on X. That's a whole post. Anyone can pull it up and look at it. That is a real post I sent out. I dared him to give me $7 grand. And he said nothing. I don't sit here and challenge me. I will call your bluff.
The fuck did she just say?
She an idiot.
who are all anti-globalist, anti-blah-blah, pro-free speech, etc., etc., etc. And they're promoting this person who created an Orwellian nightmare of a website.
She said she thinks she was never really liberal and was really apolitical, but feels she was always truly conservative. How fucking convenient that is. She said she didn't really know what being liberal meant, what being conservative meant. Does she know now?
But Jeff, I mean, that was last year. She had a change of heart. And it's fine now because she's been red-pilled, right?
I am, honestly, I'm just a girl that makes videos. The history is I grew up in Stamford, Connecticut. I went to school at the University of Rhode Island, pursued a degree in journalism, which is...
After dropping out of college, Owens became CEO of Degree 180.
Quite ironic.
Whoa.
Yeah.
You pursued a degree in journalism. Candace, you can't say the word rhetoric or bureau. You did not know what thunder was or the freezing point of water. What's snow? She said she went to college and pursued a degree in journalism. Didn't she say in 2 separate videos that she earned 2 degrees, one in journalism and one in English? We have gone over those videos ferociously. Hit the 4 of y'all recall her in the video saying, I went back to school and earned 2 degrees, one in journalism and one in English. Y'all remember that? I played both of those videos over here and emailed the school. They said a student with her first and last name and date of birth obtained a degree. She said she had 2 degrees. So how did you get a degree in journalism and one in English? She said, I earned 2 degrees. 2 degrees came out of her mouth. The school said a person with that name and date of birth earned 1 degree. Candace, show us the degrees. Show us the degrees. Go get your degrees. They should be on a wall in a frame, or at least in the little binder that it comes in when you graduate, and show them. Show us the degrees, Candace. Because I'm just saying, how dumb is this lie gonna get? She shouldn't speak and say all those things in videos and then somehow think no one is going to play the videos back and hear her say that she earned 2 degrees, one in journalism and one in English. Where are they at? I've been daring Candace for months. Post the degrees behind you on the wall. Put them in front of the camera for 2 minutes. What's going on, God? How you doing, honey? Post the degrees on the wall, heifer. Let's see those 2 degrees. You said 2, Candace. This is the same one now that sit here and said that. And her cult members, they just, she could have earned them. I didn't say she couldn't. I'm saying she needs to show them. Prove it. Show the evidence, Candace. Post up your degrees. I want to know what's the dean's name on your degree. What date did you obtain them? Well, it's mighty funny how they didn't show anything else. Come on, Candace. Show them degrees, you moron.
Someone that studied journalism that's trying to tell the truth? This is fascinating.
Yeah, absolutely.
This is the one that annoys me the most. Together they're laughing about honesty in journalism, and there's just none in this interview. If there was any journalistic integrity, Dave would have been able to call her out on her bullshit. Questioning people's motives can be a hard game. You can never really know what's in their heart. But sometimes we get clues that people are just entirely full of shit. You've really got to give her credit. She's done her homework. She knows the audience she's playing to here. And while she's a manipulative liar, she's playing the game very well. She's very smart. Here she is, a young, beautiful black woman, telling people like Dave Rubens and Paul Joseph Watson that the Hillary machine was out to get her, to stop her website because there was an army of Hillary trolls that didn't really exist who would have been unmasked if the technology was real. The people who want to believe that there's a beautiful young black woman out there who agrees with them and sees all that they see, well, they're not even going to question her. They're not even going to stop and ask, hey, what was your website really about? Here she describes it as just anti-bullying. It's a fucking docs website. Candace here's what we call a pretty little liar, and she's very good at it. She's not the real problem. The real problem are people like Paul Joseph Watson, Dave Rubin, and Alex Jones. And of course, all of their viewers who just watch this and see this pretty face and immediately go subscribe. In 4 months, with only 14 videos, Candace has 147,000 subscribers. Well,
Sue me. Sue me. I want subpoena power. I want all of your messages. Please.
Yeah, okay, cool. So 92 people will file a class action lawsuit against you. Candace, it will be the easiest thing ever. Gil, what is the percent chance of it ending up in a settlement when you have a class action? A medium's class action. What's the percentage? I do believe it's like an 80 to 90% chance that it lands up in a settlement, right? Rarely those class actions like that go to trial because it is too many people. Candace, we will do that for filing false reports against us, alleging that we committed crimes we did not commit. You do know that's defamation. You and Coach Collins, he's still going over that group chat. Somebody send me the video link so we'll have that as evidence. We'll name his ass. I don't give a damn. You do know, Candace, alleging that someone committed a crime is defamation. You want to keep going on, Candace? I dare you to file a police report. Now do you all see why I keep saying it? Go ahead and do it, Candace. Give me that evidence. Do it, Heifer. Defamation and lying to the authorities. Perjury. Because see, they're going to ask you swear and attest the statements you're providing in that complaint are true and genuine under the penalty of perjury. They're going to make you sign an affidavit. Candace, file the complaint. I'm daring you to do it. I triple dog dare Candace Owens file the complaint against 92 people to the police, the FBI, pick an agency. I don't give a damn. Please do it, Candace. I done told you stop listening to Baron Coleman's dumbass. But you insist, so do it. Do it. Give us that evidence. And then post up the point of contact, the investigator's name, and the case file number. Go ahead, girl. I told you I call bluffs around here. Come on, Candace. We waiting on you to file that complaint against 92 people. Make sure you add on there that Lady Luck Club has a blue check mark next to her name. Oh, Candace, please do it. I dare you.
Please do me a favor today.
Before, in the before times, you had a handful of people whose job was to create these conspiracy theories, and a handful of ways, radio, writing pamphlets to spread those conspiracy theories. We are in a moment where there's just a huge market for it. There are a lot of conspiracy theorists. Alex Jones said the other day, there are 1 million Alex Joneses now. And he was incredibly right. You know, there are lots of people who make a living online spreading conspiracy theories and coming up with them.
She says she's pretty rational and fact-based. She also says she doesn't have a position on abortion just yet. Dude, it's literally been almost a year and a half during this Rubin interview since her Kickstarter blew up. And she's now this conservative darling, but she hasn't figured out her view on abortion, one of the most fundamental issues for modern Republicans, for modern conservatives. What happened to the conservative overnight thing? If you ask me, she's just a middle school girl who got rejected by one click and switched to a different one.
Yeah.
Honestly. Let's talk about her conservatism. Seriously, for someone who woke up and became an overnight conservative back in April 2016, now that it's November 2017 and she only launched her channel 3 months ago, what was she doing with all that time? She said she took a year off and doesn't reference having a job. She also refers to herself as re-entering the market as a more informed person. And it took me a few years to leave feminism, SJW, thinking, intersectionality, all of that, and to learn enough about economics, history, politics, ethics, and philosophy to become a classical liberal. But I'm supposed to believe Candace just woke up one day and was like, and the media is a lie. No, I'm sorry. She has no principles. I guarantee if you asked her, she couldn't explain to you what conservatism is. In any of these interviews that I've listened to, she's never talked anything about her actual beliefs beyond saying she's...
Candace, can you spell the word conservative? Can you spell it? Dare you, Candace. Listen, we daring you over here, Candace. I want her to file that complaint. To all the 92 people in that group chat, now let Candace file that complaint. Let her file that report. Tell Coach Collins keep on running his damn mouth. Because defamation is defamation. It doesn't matter what the crime is that you're being accused of. It's still defamation. Come on, Candace. File that complaint, you moron. Man, that'll be the icing on the cake, won't it? Candace, we're all waiting on you to file that report. You gonna file it to the local police or to the FBI? What should we expect?
Conservative. I've listened to her on Paul Joseph Watson, Alex Jones, Rubin, Fox News, Stefan Molyneux, and everything she says just sounds like talking points. I've been listening carefully for something that sounds like her being genuine and not like she's in a job interview or trying to sell you something or sell herself. Her story is so slick, really slick. And she's literally not saying anything that I haven't heard people in the conservative space say in the past. She disagrees with everyone who interviews her.
Absolutely.
These guys don't actually ask her any questions about her beliefs or challenge her on these things. She says a lot of things like, this is why I always say X.
That's why I say it's a Democrat plantation of thought.
You didn't come up with that. Sorry. She also went on Fox and said,
And I say all the time, facts don't care about your feelings.
And she doesn't credit Ben Shapiro.
I don't know when they're going to realize that Trump won. You know, all of the team.
And the facts don't care about your feelings, which is why we're daring you to file that damn report. 192 people. Y'all hear thundering in my background. That means I need to go ahead and order something. I got to order some lunch. God. I haven't been to the store. Oh, Candace, see, losing a job gave me a lot of time. Now, I split up my day by applying. But I still have a lot of time on my hands now. Candace. When I say I'm about to start making t-shirts and hats and going in on you, you're like, God, I wish this Lady Luck Club I just wish I would have gave her the $10,000.
Here's all of the crying.
Like she's just preaching and pandering. Nothing she says is original.
It can be suicidal thoughts. It can be just an individual that isn't equipped to deal with our criticisms.
I just don't think so. I go down rabbit holes for days. It's certainly possible that she's an SJW trying to infiltrate the conservative movement. She's an opportunist. Maybe no one wanted to work with her anymore. That is, the anti-bullying organization she referenced being connected to dropped her. She took some time off, maybe had some savings from her years in the finance industry, since she doesn't reference working at all between Social Autopsy and starting her YouTube channel. And maybe after being alerted to Gamergate, she fell down her own rabbit hole and discovered conservative YouTube and saw the opportunity for a young Black woman to fill a niche. A very lucrative niche with the existence of Patreon now. So she watched everything and memorized all the conservative talking points in preparation for how she could use identity politics to her benefit.
Trump derangement syndrome. What is it? Do I have it? Is there a cure? But a person suffering from TDS? Unfortunately, the only known cure is reality.
This video is awesome. Oh my God, there's got to be more.
My name is Candace Owens.
Candace
There's
Owens.
got to be more. Real Coach Cobra. Is this his YouTube? There's got to be more. Oh, there's got to be more. What, Candace? Why are you talking about
husband, my Charlie, my...
Candace, why is this an issue? Charlie Kirk is Erica Kirk's husband. I mean, that is her Charlie. He's not yours. He does not belong to you, you dumb demon. So Hellspawn was throwing a tantrum about this all week last week. The seed of Chucky got big mad because Erica Kirk said, my Charlie. Candace, you know I still get information sent my way. Why would you get big mad about that, you moron? He's not your Charlie. He wasn't even your friend. What the hell is wrong with you, Candace? He's not your Charlie. She spent the whole week mad and pouting and throwing a tantrum over that. Who can make that stuff up? Girl, you'll kick rocks. Girl, kick rocks. This is what she mad about, y'all. Okay, we're gonna check it out. Because I told y'all I don't watch it without you all. Candace, you are that insufferable. I cannot watch you without the Luxers. Imagine that. Waiting on you to file that damn report, you moron.
Insane to believe a single word that comes out of Erica Kirk's mouth. She has not fought at all for her husband, my Charlie, except when it comes to providing basic detail.
Hey everybody, how's it going? Please hit that like and subscribe button. We're going to be going over Candace Owens' jealousy, and she is so angry that Erica Kirk said my Charlie. Let's get right on with it, guys.
Basically museum style for our Charlie, for my Charlie.
Terrible days of our lives acting. Truly, like totally the question set up, prompted, and this is the response. They told her backstage, make sure you keep saying my Charlie, my husband, he's my Charlie. And you remind them that you're...
He is, and he's not yours. He's all hers. All hers. That's it. He only married one woman, Candace. Charlie Kirk was not into aliens. Candace, he wasn't in the mood. He smelled you and yeasty coming a mile away. Candace, you one nasty individual. Then you say you had a boyfriend the whole time. And then you turned around and somehow, after 18 days of George Farmer looking at you, I guess, and determining, yeah, she's the right species for me. He proposed to you and you just said yes. What happened to that boyfriend? So you were getting down with two men at the same time. You ain't gonna tell us that you and Georgia didn't try to poke a bear or two. Then you went home to your boyfriend. You never said you broke up with that guy. Notice she never ever admitted that she broke up with the boyfriend. This was the boyfriend she had for 7 years, right? She never once said, you know, I broke up with my boyfriend on this day, and then I started talking to George Farmer on this day. No. Candace, sound like you was double dipping. You nasty brat. You know how gross that is? STDs are real, Candace. It sounded like Candace was double dipping. She had a boyfriend at home and sitting here messing with George Farmer behind closed doors. Over there in the UK. You worried about the UK low birth rates, girl? Bye. Candace, how many times did you go and get pregnant before you got married? I told you, Candace, you're not the only person that gets information. Candace, how many times did you get pregnant before you got married? Is it like between 1 and 4? 1 and 4, 3 to 5? How many times, girl? Give us a range. See, this is what happens when you sit here, you keep doxing people and doing all this dumb shit. You don't know who's got information on you. I don't have to dox you either. I'll let you tell us how many times you've been pregnant before you got married to George Farmer. Mm-hmm. Because, boy, that fertility is something else, ain't it? Candace is highly fertile. Candace, you want us to believe that the first baby you had was your first pregnancy? Come on now. I'm just waiting on you to file that police report. You can't make this up. Candace, you sound like you were holding around. You shouldn't have been.
Babies need one thing. Her baby ate healthy. My Charlie ate healthy. So just accept that slop. You know, this is.
It's not slop. You don't call George my George because he's faking gay. that's you and your bum ass lavender marriage. You can't get mad because Erica Kirk loved her husband and he loved her back, and not your dumb ass. This is the same person that wanted to have babies with Charlie Kirk. Said, oh, conservatives will never allow a bunch of Candace Charlie Kirk babies walking around. They didn't give a damn when you went out there and met George Farmer through John Mappin. John, you didn't know she had a boyfriend. Candace, how many times did you get pregnant before George Farmer? Charlie Kirk, boy, he kept a lot of things to himself. I want y'all to know that. There are a lot of things that Charlie Kirk knew about Candace that he kept to himself. Candace, how many pregnancies did you have before George Farmer? I'm just going to say between 1 and 4. Candace, you can tell me the magical number because it's definitely not 0. I mean, let's talk about it, Candace. You didn't have a stance on abortions. I want y'all to did y'all hear the last video? Did y'all peep that? Candace, I've asked you this question 3 weeks ago. Y'all recall me saying this? Candace, how many pregnancies did you have before you met George Farmer? Confirming that you are pregnant. This ain't the 5th time she's been pregnant. Candace, how many did you have? When you didn't have a stance on abortions and you're supposed to be conservative, make it make sense. Candace, is it because you had an abortion and you knew it would be hypocritical as hell to sit here and say, I don't believe in abortions? Funny how you couldn't take a stance on that. Because we all know she faking it till she made it, right? Fake it till you make it. That's what Candace did. She stepped on the backs of conservatives, on Republicans, Trump supporters, and faked it until she made it. And now she doesn't really give a shit. She doesn't care about all the people she took advantage of. Candace, drop the magical number. I'm giving you a range between 1 and 4. How many times did you have an abortion, Candace? She who somehow couldn't take a stance on it, but claimed to be conservative. Boyfriend of 7 years? Y'all never planned on a pregnancy once? I think you didn't. But I think you realized you couldn't afford it. Never mind her big ass family though. And all the support she would have had. Candace, how many times you had an abortion?
What Charlie would want. My Charlie, my Charlie, my Charlie. You're to be reminded that that was her Charlie. My Charlie needs your help. Here's how you can give us your 401k and house. This is the book my Charlie wanted you to read. He just finished it. He loves the Jews. In subsequent fundraising letters and emails, they wanted the public to know that it was, quote unquote, my Charlie, to remind them over and over again, that's her husband. That's her husband.
Man, she really is a jealous person.
Jealous
It's just
fail.
pathetic. Thank you all for watching this short. Please like, subscribe, and share, guys. Check out my main videos that are linked to this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.
Yo, shout out to Ida Trolls. Ida Trolls, we love you, dear heart. You got to come back over to the LLC, honey. Listen here. This is so crazy here. This right here, Candace, you can tell us how many abortions you had before George Farmer. Does George know Candace? Charlie knew. Candace, did George know? Did George know Candace? Or did you lie to him? How this going? Now you are pregnant out with the 5th baby? George, this is not her 5th pregnancy, though. Because for Candace, every pregnancy did not result in her giving birth to a baby. George, why don't you ask Candace, how many abortions did you have? Just ask her, see what she said. Candace, we'll wait. Andrew Wilson, please give me $300,000 to pretend to be Candace for an hour.
She was like, enough.
The dinosaurs aren't.
This is so crazy right here. You get offered $300,000. Hey, Savs, what's going on? Oh, man. Okay, back and finish my work for a bit. Welcome back. Far down in the depths of hell, are you willing to go to be rich, child? Candace said she got hell lit on fire to be rich. She will not take the debate because Candace knows that she's going to be chewed up. She's going to be utterly embarrassed, Candace. You will be better off telling us how many times you had an abortion. I'm telling y'all, Charlie knew. He knew that girl ain't right. And when he learned what type of person she really was, he said, "Depart from me, you evil, wicked doer. I don't have time for you, and I'm marrying Erica Kirk."
Real one, that one's great.
But have you noticed, like, the flat earthers have fleets of people who will debate their stances? Like, fleets of them who are like, we can't wait to debate with you on the flat earth. It's like, on the other side, though, in this particular conspiracy, you can't get these people to debate their positions.
Like, who won't debate their positions?
We offered Candace Owens, I offered her $300,000.
Jesus.
I was like, we'll give you $300,000.
What is her position? What does she think happened?
She thinks that Israel worked in conjunction with TPUSA and Erica Kirk to murder Charlie.
Based on what?
Well, that's the million-dollar question. Nobody actually knows. She's never presented a single shred of evidence thus far that Israel ever worked to murder Kirk, that Erica Kirk certainly didn't. In fact, her position for the longest time was, if Erica Kirk comes out and tells me to stop this, to stop the conspiracy on this, I will. So Erica did. She went out publicly and she was like, enough, enough. You're just causing more problems than good here as this investigation's going on. And then suddenly Erica's now part of the conspiracy. By the next day, she's trying to cover it up. She's part of the conspiracy too. When I went to the TPUSA HQ and I talked to Erica briefly while I was there, the first thing I did was what I think every normal, moral human being would ever do. I gave her a hug. And I told her how god-awful sorry I was that happened to her. Like, could you even imagine how that's got to feel for her? Especially now that she has tens of thousands of people accusing her of murdering and conspiring to murder and then cover up what happened to her own. I mean, that's like mind-boggling psychological torture on a level that I've never seen.
Yeah, and hindsight is 20/20, but given the reaction, I think it probably would have been better for her to like lay low for a little while.
No, why?
But going out with the sparklers
means
not
nothing.
a great idea. Like, all
What the hell is wrong with Joe Rogan? You dumb bald head nut. What does the sparklers have to do with her being accused of a crime, you moron? Those two things aren't even in the same galaxy. You can't compare that together talking about, oh, but yeah, she should have laid low for a while. You can't tell somebody what to damn do. You paying her bills Okay, I'm back. The internet went out. Y'all, it's thundering in my area. Hey, Caleb. Feels like forever. Can you all hear me? My internet blanked out. It actually, the power went out, and of course that took the internet with it. So everything's coming back up. My apologies for that. Oh man. Okay, y'all can hear me. Oh God. Okay, so I paused it here for those who are just tuning in. My bad. My lights just blanked out. It was thundering over here. I don't know what's going on. It's like do something. It's storm or the sun is out shining and it's dark clouds. It's like the sky about to fall in some areas. Like you can't make this up. Okay, as long as y'all can hear me, I want to make sure everything is running before we get back to it. Okay. All right. I want to make sure you all can hear as well. Let me go back a little bit because see, Andrew Wilson was talking about Erica Kirk and her going through everything, and then this idiot comes in saying, "Oh well, something about sparklers and the blah blah blah." What does that have to do with you being sorry about the loss of her husband? What does it have to do with people accusing her of aiding in a cover up of a murder, which is highly defamatory? That is a crime. Covering up an assassination is a crime. And you're worried about some damn sparklers? Joe Rogan sounds retarded.
I think it probably would have been better for her to like
Get the four of y'all can hear the video.
lay low for a little while.
1000%.
The going out with the sparklers was not a great idea. Like all that was not a great idea because it just seemed.
Why does that matter? No one should be accusing her of aiding in the cover up of an assassination. Forget the damn sparklers. All that remedial nonsense. He sounds like a simpleton, like Candace. The sparklers. No one should be accusing her in aiding in the cover up of a murder. That is defamatory. Why would you want? Let's go down this rabbit hole and accuse her of murdering somebody because she came out with these sparklers and that was a bad idea. How did we get to her aiding in the cover up of assassination? How did we get here? So, F the sparklers. Fuck the sparklers. Forget they exist. Yeah, because Candace drops the F-bomb at least once a month. This is my once a month. Fuck the sparklers. How did we get to this point where some sparklers and an outfit led to, she aided in the cover-up of an assassination? Joe Rogan is retarded as hell. Hell, you talking about, boy?
Insane.
He sounds
and
like a
maybe
moron.
sometimes in grief or when you're trying to show that they're not going to hold us back,
Get your bum ass on somewhere.
choices that could be interpreted in a very bad way.
100%. The interesting thing is I asked her about that. I asked her, like, what's the deal there?
What's with the sparkler?
Who cares?
Well, what's with the aberration in behavior? And
Right.
she's like, look, I was put in like the worst spot I could ever think of. I was the background character. I was just there to support my husband. That's it. The only reason I even really got involved is because Charlie was so pro-marriage, and he wanted to demonstrate to the world you can be married and have kids, and this is the good life. So when he dies, she takes over, right? This moves over to her control. She says, well, the first thing I want to do is honor his last book. You know, that's the very first thing I want to do. I want to honor his legacy. And she's like, I don't
What
know
is so wrong with that?
exactly how to take this position.
Let me tell you something. This is so stupid. This is a dumbass conversation. This is a dumbass conversation. None of this has anything to do with people accusing her of aiding in the cover-up of a murder. Being a co-conspirator in a murder is a crime. You will go to jail as long as the person who actually facilitated the act of the murder itself. You can read case law on that. Do they not understand this? If someone says you were there in the car while another person ran in a house and they took somebody's life, or ran in a grocery store, they robbed the store, they shot the teller clerk or whatever, they took their life, and then you're the getaway person driving the car away, you will go to jail just as long as the person that pulled the trigger on the gun and took the store clerk's life. That is a crime to aid in the cover-up of an assassination. That crime warrants just as much jail time, prison time, as the person that pulled the trigger on the gun or carried out the act of murdering someone. And they talking about sparklers and bullshit. She's not the first wife that wanted to pay homage and respect to her spouse and respect the legacy that her husband left. She's not the first wife on earth to ever do that. Why are they talking about this like it's something brand new? Oh, it's a foreign concept for a wife to want to carry on her husband's legacy. I've never heard of that before. Did y'all know that was a thing? Did y'all know that was a thing for a wife to carry on the legacy of her husband when he dies? Oh, no. Who knew that was a thing? Thank you, no reply. No statute of limitations on these crimes. It's a federal crime, federal murder, capital offense. Murdered this man in broad daylight, and they talking about sparklers and bullshit. For what? This is a dumbass conversation amongst two men. They should be so happy to have a wife who would love to leave their legacy behind and pick up the mantle and carry on. Period. You know Joe Rogan wish deep down he had that. Ain't he married? Is Andrew Wilson married? They talking like they not married men. Are they married? I'm asking. I don't know. This is what I mean by, and I'm not going to say they want to be with Erica Kirk, but imagine that. Having a marriage and a love and a bond with your spouse so strong to where, God forbid, you lose your spouse, and the first thing you think to do is to honor your spouse's legacy. Most men would want their wives to do that. What are they coming from with this? Is this a matter of jealousy he's speaking out of? Because you can't tell her she should just go home because the sparklers were too much. Get the F out of here. He came out with sparklers. We saw a video of Charlie Kirk coming out with sparklers. They still make that stupid ass issue a point. For what? It's moot. Charlie Kirk did the same thing. Why would she not do that? Y'all hear that? Candace, that's thunder. That's the sound of lightning. So she still doesn't know what thunder is. And they sitting here repeating her bullshit on that. Coming from the alien that does not know what thunder is. You can't make this up. Joe Rogan just repeating her BS. Grow a brain. Bald-headed ass.
At the same time, there's expectations for the organization my husband built that I want to honor, right? But I'm also in the middle of grief. And it's like, I don't know how you balance that position. Who's been in that position ever?
Right. And especially who's been in that position that's
Coretta Scott
not
King.
accustomed to being scrutinized in the public eye.
Everything. And it's the lack of charitability that's so bad too. Like, let me give you an example. If you say, Paul's so lazy, he never gets to work on time. You don't actually mean Paul has never once gotten to work on time. That's not what people mean.
Right.
But the way that these people will scrutinize every detail of what a person does, they can make a liar out of anybody. Because that they'll take statements like that, which in the common terms, if you say, man, Paul's never here on time, you don't literally mean he's never here on time. Nobody talks that way. But if you push on everything a person's ever said, tongue in cheek, not tongue in cheek, they misremember an event, they don't misremember an event, you can make a liar out of anybody.
Right. Yeah.
And that sort of scrutiny from all that public trauma, and it was the most traumatic event Zoomers have ever gone through. The biggest, a public assassination like this, same thing with millennials.
It also exposed people's character that they were celebrating it.
Oh, yeah.
And they have to feel bad about
She's
that.
making money.
They can't feel good about that. And they have to feel bad about the response because so many people got fired because of it and so many people got attacked online, and rightly so.
But they were
It's just a
desecrating his
cruel-
memorial, and leftists were celebrating that. They were saying they were going to give the guy money who did it.
Yeah.
What is Joe Rogan's point, man? Candace is celebrating it and making money off of it. This girl will watch him get shot in various angles over and over and over again. What the hell are we talking about? It's so crazy. They had that was a dumbass conversation with those two. Unnecessary. Oh, Lord have mercy. So we got some things to catch up on. Who child? Candace out here filing, dismissals again. We gotta go through those court documents. I'm gonna do that in a separate video because it's thundering back and forth. Let me go over here to Edie. Y'all hear that? Child, this thunder won't lit up. Y'all hear it storming, so I don't want to start. I don't start going through those court documents, and then, the sky's falling, and it's just crazy. So here's what I'm gonna do. We're gonna go over a couple of these videos, and then I'm gonna just take a break and give the weather time to work itself out. Because that's one thing we don't do. We don't control weather. So we're gonna check this video out. Lauren the Mortician mortifies Baron Coleman's timeline. Why is he trying to create a timeline? He's an idiot. So I've seen a couple videos of Lauren the Mortician. I do know she has a YouTube channel, and she went over some of the nonsense that they've been putting out there. It's so crazy. I remember crying like hell at my dad's funeral, but I was 11 after the service when I shared memories about his humor and stuff. Yeah, my dad passed in July 6th of 2023. 3 years ago. I still cry. Like it's Candace just wants to have a reason to attack Erica Kirk. It makes no sense. When God said, I'm the defender of widows and you should be one too, and you're a true Christian, you're going to listen to what the word of God says on that, and then you're going to let it be. Candace will find out the hard way why disobeying scripture is not conducive to your soul's salvation. She'll learn. But all this nonsense she's keeping up, Candace. This is all on you, girl. You got it coming. So let's get to this. Hold on 1 second. All right, y'all hit the 4 if you can see it here. Let me know. Let's go.
Candace, why don't you tell me what you remember?
I'm not going to be ignored.
Howdy ho there, neighbors. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Edie. Today you can refer to me as Morticia. Morticia Adams, to be exact. I hope you're all having a terrible day. And I hope something embarrassing has happened to each and every one of you, and I'd like for you to write about your tragedies in the comments and make it awful. Special shout out to Noah on X for tagging me and others in a tragically delightful video by Lauren the Mortician, who I'm now obsessed with. Lauren the Mortician is an actual mortician and funeral director, and she did a fantastic stitch, as she calls it, on the awful and not in a good way Baron Coleman and his stupid, ridiculous Charlie Kirk medical examiner funeral timeline. Oh, Baron, your timeline was dead on arrival. So sorry. Anyway, we're going to be reacting to that.
Edie, oh my God, your characters are something else. I am here for this. Oh my God, Edie. Oh man, her characters are awesome.
Today, before we do, I do have to tell you something. Jesus is Lord.
Yes, he is.
Jesus Christ, who is God incarnate, born of a virgin, walked this earth sinless, tempted as we are, but never sinned, took a punishment on a cross that we are all worthy of, because the wages of sin is death. God is not a man that he should lie, and each and every one of us are sinners. And Jesus Christ willingly laid down his life. Nobody took it from him.
Oh.
He died for us while we were all still sinners. And it was a long, brutal, agonizing death that he endured. He was tortured.
Thank you, dude.
And as he hung upon a cross, he said, Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do. And after he gave up his spirit, he was put into a tomb. And 3 days later, that tomb was empty. He's not here. He is risen. He is a risen Savior. He is not here. He is risen. And people testified to seeing him after he resurrected in body from the dead. And they were willing to die for their testimonies of having seen and been with Jesus. And then he ascended to the right hand of the Father, where he now reigns. And he's coming back soon. And I encourage each and every one of you to share that good news. Let's hop into things, shall we?
I'm like really up in your face. I have to be up in your face though, because we're gonna watch some stuff together. So hold on.
Charlie's body. I mean, I hate to be so crass, but it's what it is. I have footage here of when Charlie was leaving Timpanogos Hospital in Orem, Utah, around 8 o'clock at night. This is Charlie's body leaving the hospital. That's Timpanogos Regional Hospital. There goes the first police car. You can see all these cars pulling out, and they're headed to the medical examiner's office, to Salt Lake City. That's about a 45-minute drive, maybe an hour. That puts him there no earlier, really, than 9 o'clock.
9 o'clock, sir.
He claims to be an attorney, and now all of a sudden he's trying to give a timeline that deals with biology, human anatomy, decomposition, and things that a mortician would understand better. So he didn't go to medical school. He went to law school, and he's horrible at that. He's not the expert of all things. He's a moron. Gil, hold on. Gil, can you join in the next live? I'm going to do another live after it gets some storming. I'm going to finish this video up. It's storming bad in my area, you all. And y'all saw I've already lost power. You want to come up in the next live? Because I will look for you too if you have time. Let me know. I'm seeing the comments. Y'all make sure you can I get Whole Truth's YouTube channel dropped in the chat? Okay, cool. Yay! So we'll have you come up in the next live. Because I do want to go over her partial motion to dismiss as well. Oh man, I don't know. It's storming pretty bad. Y'all hear the thunder? Candace is thundering in my area. So you can hear the sound of lightning. Oh man. Right now it's like 3:30 my time. I'm gonna give it to 6 o'clock. Y'all, it's like the sky's falling. This is crazy. And then the sun trying to come out. You can't make this stuff up. I can literally see the sun out. You can't make this up. Y'all hear how bad it's thundering? It's the sound of lightning crackling in the background. Because Candace doesn't know what thunder is. Well, how befitting is this right now? There y'all go. Make sure you guys check out Edie Marie and Gil, the Whole Truth, and Lauren, the Mortician. Oh, there it is. That's a thunder. So like, yeah, give me about 3 hours after this. I will try 7 p.m. Eastern Standard. We'll try again 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. After this video, then I'm gonna hop off and let the weather calm down and get back on at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Does that sound good? That way we can cover her motion. All right, y'all, let's finish this up because God is trying to tell me something. All right, Jesus.
Starting time. Well, 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock, they left the hospital. 9 o'clock, they're at the medical examiner's office.
And once you get there, you got to get them out of the car. You got to get them into the medical examiner's office. You got to get them prepped.
Okay, I've done this job so long that I just don't realize that people don't know how long things take. Getting to the medical examiner's office, the hardest part is the drive. When you get there, you have to open the back hatch on your minivan, wheel the cot out of the van. You roll them into a receiving area where the autopsy table is waiting. You wheel them in, you open your cot bag, there's like a zipper and a little protective pouch, and then you grab the body bag that they're sealed inside of, grab from the head, grab from the middle, and pull. You write their name on the bag, you document how much they weigh, there's a scale under them, and then you sign them into, it's like a registrar book. Their name, date of death, who you are, logging them in. That might take 5-10 minutes. Not long at all. We don't get them prepped for autopsy, but sometimes they're waiting.
Most of the time, I looked at the policies in Utah. They do not do medical examinations outside of business hours or weekends.
So this job is not a Monday through Friday 9 to 5 type of job.
If he leaves Wednesday night at 8 p.m. in Timpanogos and Orem and he doesn't arrive in Salt Lake City till 9, that's outside of business hours.
Doesn't matter.
So let's just say they decided to do a middle of the night examination.
They definitely did. Absolutely. 100%. This timeline doesn't make sense if they didn't. So I absolutely believe that they did.
How long does the examination last? Best guess I can get.
Why is he trying to speak like he's a mortician? Baron Coleman, you are the dumbest. I hope you get disbarred, and I hope every judge that you've ever stood before sanctions the hell out of you. This is an embarrassment to the rule of law. This moron with the law school. Kill. Is there something we can fill out, like, to send over to these bar associations saying, can y'all please get this dumbass off the internet? He's supposed to be an officer of the court.
Most of the time, I looked at the policies in Utah. They do not do medical examinations outside of business hours or weekends.
So this job is not a Monday through Friday 9 to 5 type of job.
If he leaves Wednesday night at 8 p.m. in Timpanogos and Orem and he doesn't arrive in Salt Lake City till 9, that's outside of business hours.
Doesn't matter.
So let's just say they decided to do a middle of the night examination.
They definitely did. Absolutely. 100%. This timeline doesn't make sense if they didn't. So I absolutely believe that they did.
How long does the examination last? Best guess I can get on a typical gunshot, 2 to 4 hours from start to finish. That's the examination. That's not prepping the body back.
I'd say that's a pretty good guesstimate, but I feel like 4 hours is a little long. So where our medical examiner's office is, I would have to drive an hour and a half to bring the body into the office. I typically would like to leave there with them the same day if I can, as long as the family has authorized. I can pick them up and bring them back to the funeral home with me. So I have dropped off a body and then sat there and waited, and I might wait an hour and a half, and they're done, and I'm out of there. So if they can get them in right away, they can get them out right away. 4 hours sounds kind of long. I would guess maybe closer to 2.
Then you have to put things back together, and then
okay, put things back together. He's talking about putting the body back together. The medical examiner's office does not put the body back together. That is the mortician, funeral director, embalmer's job. All they do is place the organs inside of a red viscera bag. They place that back into the abdomen when they're done measuring and taking samples or documenting. And then they take the body and just kind of place it back together and maybe do a loose stitch all the way down. Then they pull the person over into the body bag and close the body bag. If they do a full cranial exam, they just put the skull cap kind of like back. They don't close everything up because they don't know if that person's going to be cremated. They don't know if they're going to be buried. They don't know if there's a donation team that's going to come in after the fact. They're just there doing their job, and it's not necessarily their job to put the body back together. That's my job, the mortician at the funeral home.
Then he would be ready to go. Typically, bodies aren't released immediately after the examination.
It can be. And from the sounds of this case, he absolutely was.
Put back in the morgue at the medical examiner's office where they stay for another 24 to 48 hours.
The only reason they would stay 24 to 48 hours, that's when they're trying to get the authorization from the family to say, hey, we selected so-and-so funeral home. They can immediately be released to the funeral home. Bada bing, bada boom.
While the paperwork process is in the release. But when you have the Vice President of the United States on his way in, you get treated differently. Might get a middle of the night medical examination. You might get released the same day.
So he brought up the questions and then brought us right to the answer. Yes, that's exactly what happened.
And we know that he was released before 5:04 a.m. because at 5:04 a.m., we have a newscast that had somebody positioned outside the medical examiner's office. We assume they didn't arrive exactly at 5:04 and immediately go on air.
So I'm waiting for him to show footage of the funeral director leaving the medical examiner's office, but I don't think he has it. So he's trying to say that the body wasn't picked up. Let me see if there's more.
Okay.
Oh my God.
I love her
you
a lot.
like hell.
Don't you love her a lot? Oh, sorry, I broke character. I love her a lot. Everything about her is fabulous.
Oh,
I love her aesthetic. And we know I love her glasses. Please. Please. Morticia has turned over a new leaf. We are into pink. I mean, black is timeless. Ever see me not wearing black? Maybe on occasion. It's not important. Let's talk about Baron. Does it bother you that his beard doesn't match his hair? Okay. People in Utah are not allowed to die on the weekends or outside of business hours. Don't die on the weekends or outside of regular business hours. Because you'll just be there decomposing. Because ain't nobody gonna come to embalm you. You don't want to be an inconvenience to people. Of According to Barron, no one is allowed to die on the weekends or outside of business
I know,
hours.
right? Thank you.
You're not allowed to, so don't. Are you telling me that the people who die on weekends and outside of business hours, they just have to decompose on the side of the road? That's about the dumbest thing you could have kept from saying. Of all the dumb things that have ever been said, that is the dumbest thing that has ever been said. I made the mistake of Googling and then looking at photos as well. Why? Why did I do that? Sometimes I wonder why I am the way that I am. But anyway, looked at the images. That the medical examiner doesn't put the body back together. They put the organs. Side note, it's possible that I might faint at some point during this. And I love her tiny little microphone. That usually bothers me, but I like it a lot.
5:04 a.m., they had people on site. Another reporter was sitting outside at 10 a.m. These people stayed here from 10 a.m. until 5 p.m.
That's because his body was probably picked up right after the autopsy, which was more than likely after midnight, definitely before 5 a.m. A lot happens when somebody calls to report a death to the funeral home. And if they have a plan, and especially, again, high profile case, there's already plans being made. So when they call the funeral home and say, hey, this is the plan, you as the embalmer, you as the mortician, you're already coming up with a timeline in your head. Oh, they need him shipped out immediately. We need to go to the medical examiner's office now. The medical examiner will call you, say, hey, he's been released. You can come now. They'll have an attendant there. Or if it's a smaller office, you can call and let them know you're coming and they can meet you there. So there's definitely ways to pick up people from the medical examiner's office if they're close, especially on high profile cases. I wish there was an abbreviation for high profile case because I feel like I'm going to say that a lot, but that is what this is.
They saw nothing.
They saw nothing because they did it in the middle of the night. Because again, we are not a Monday through Friday 9 to 5. There was an embalmer on the phone knowing that they had a autopsy body that they needed embalmed stat. So they picked him up right away.
Which means if the 5 a.m. crew didn't see him and they were there for 4 hours, and these guys didn't see him and they were there all day, he had to be gone before 5 a.m.
Is that surprising to people? We're like the midnight barber. I would rather go out when there's no traffic, knowing that I need to get that embalming done as soon as possible. And it needs to be a strong embalming too, because they're going to be...
People are rather listening to the dumbass than to a real mortician. Something Baron Coleman is not. He's not a mortician. He didn't major in biology. He can't even tell you half of the organs in the human body. Or name all the organ systems. He's an idiot. Oh, I love how she is just doing this. She is just roasting the hell out of his dumb ass. To all the candy ass cult members. Remember, when we call you stupid, it's because you choose to listen to people like Baron Coleman. No one's forcing you, and you damn sure do not care about his credentials. You just care about him yapping and saying words that he can't define. This idiot did not go to medical school. He knows nothing about the human body. He knows nothing about the embalming process. He's not even a good attorney. He's a dumbass. And you all choose to listen to him. So don't get mad when we call you stupid. Candy ass cult members, leave me a super chat.
Shipping him out. As soon as that body's been released, I'm there picking him up immediately.
For a complete medical examination to take place between 9 p.m. and 5 a.m. That's only 8 hours.
I don't know what else to tell you. That's very doable.
You've got to get the body in. You got to get it prepped for the examination. You have to do the examination. That's not like a 1-minute deal. Then you got to put everything back together, move the body back to the parking lot. You got to get them loaded up. You got to drive away. All that.
You're bringing up a lot of things, Baron, that don't take a lot of time. All those extra things, the cleaning up, that would take place at the funeral home. Loading him up only takes a couple of minutes, and he would be out of there, and I would be speeding, driving on 2 wheels, getting back to the funeral home so I can begin the embalming.
All that had to be done by like 4:30. When was there time to do an accurate medical examination? What happened?
2 to 4 hours is the perfect amount of time to do a medical examination. I mean, that's what you said, right? I've seen him do it in an hour. So yeah.
You know, there were rumors early on that there was no autopsy done.
So that was debunked really early on. The medical examiner's office there, they don't know who, but I have a contact at the office. They were very kind and told me that the autopsy was done. I was able to verify their credentials. So I know in my heart of hearts that he did have an autopsy done, but also it's standard practice with a murder investigation, homicide, self-unaliving. If there's an investigation, they're going to have an autopsy. There was rumors going around that he didn't because some sort of officer was like, he didn't get sent done for the autopsy.
So you mean to tell me a whole dumbass attorney, Baron Coleman, did not know that it's standard practice for an autopsy to be done to be able to establish the cause and manner of death? Oh, my dear Lord. You mean to tell me he didn't know that? I knew that. Did y'all know that? Hit the 4 if you knew that. You get murdered or self-unaliving, or it's even just suspicious, they're going to do an autopsy to determine the manner and cause of death. What you mean? His dumb ass did not know that. And you got these candy ass cult members that listen to him like he's the gospel. Meanwhile, a bar licensed attorney who should be disbarred did not know that if you are shot and unalived, that you would automatically get an autopsy. Baron is an idiot. I'm almost floored. I told Gary I thought Baron theories were too stupid to be a grift. Gary disagrees. Baron Coleman, you want people calling you a dumbass? Because I have no problem doing that. He did not know that gunshot wound victims, unalive, get an automatic autopsy done. You have to establish the manner and cause of death. And he thinks that it takes 8 hours to do it. Why? At some point, you're going to have to put the body in the freezer. Decomposition happens wherever it is. If you don't keep it cold, that speeds up the decomposition. So they don't have 8 hours to do an autopsy. Unless you're doing it in a deep freezer. And he's sitting here trying to speak on behalf of a mortician. Something he is not. Candace, you have the biggest bunch of dumbass dipshits around you. Queen dipshit and her cult members, little dipshits, are all retarded. Y'all see why certain people I just can't listen to. Like Barry, I can't listen to that idiot. Once I heard him try to discredit Brian Harper's lawsuit, and he did not provide any case law. He didn't cite any law at all. He did not provide any court rule or anything that would even sound legally accurate to justify why it should be dismissed in whole. I was like, oh, he's a dumbass clown. And now look, the motion to dismiss is a partial. If they were listening to Baron Coleman, the question is, why wouldn't Candace's attorneys file a motion to dismiss in whole? No, they're doing it in parts. Funny how they filed a partial, but let Baron Coleman tell it, the entire lawsuit should be dismissed. Candace's attorneys seem to disagree. That's why we got to go over it. Baron Coleman, I don't mind making you look like the shit that you sound like. You're an idiot. Candace's own attorneys are not even listening to you because they would not file the partial motion to dismiss. According to the dumb nonsense coming out of your mouth, the whole case should be dismissed, right? Yeah, no. Her bar licensed attorneys seem to disagree.
He did. I don't know why that got leaked.
Nevertheless, I will accept on its face that it happened.
Again, I just want to say it definitely happened. Just to recap, his body left the hospital at 8 o'clock, arrived at the medical examiner's office about 9 o'clock. Best educated guess is the autopsy happened right away. And then after midnight, he was picked up by the funeral home, embalmed immediately. And now we are on to the next day. He's thinking that they left the hotel around noonish.
We have a picture of Erica Kirk draped over the casket. We were initially told this picture was taken at a different funeral home. This picture was not released until after Erica gave her speech on September 12th. So there was really no idea where the picture was taken. He left the medical examiner's office and went to a funeral home, but we didn't know which one. Then we know he went to Air Force 2 and went back to Arizona to a different funeral home.
He's talking about the fact that one funeral home picked up his body, did the preparation work. They had the viewing at that funeral home, and then a secondary funeral home received him into their care. Very common for funeral homes to work together. Very common for Erica Kirk to call the funeral home she actually wanted to use in Arizona. The Arizona funeral home is going to then get into contact with the Utah one and say, hey, we have Charlie Kirk at the medical examiner's office. I need help. Would you be able to go over there, pick up his body, embalm him for me, make sure that you make it a little extra strong of a solution, hit him hard, because we need you to then fly him out the next day. And actually, by the way, no big deal. The vice president's going to be there on Air Force 2. Totally doable. That's why we have answering services that answer our phone calls 24/7. There are still some funeral homes that answer their own phone calls still. Shout out ASD.
She's just unapologetically her.
Oh,
you know, she's one of those people who's always known who she was.
She's boss.
Baron, I don't like you, and I'll tell you why.
He's an idiot.
Tell me if you agree with this. Baron is the type who will, when he's going over his day with his wife or boyfriend, is going to use the most amount of words to describe the least amount of action. Well, I became conscious and then I opened my eyes. And then I raised myself out of bed with my abdomen, my ab muscles. I brought myself up out of bed. And then I swung my legs around and put my feet to the floor and shuffled around for my slippers. I put my slippers on. I used my hands to push my body off of the mattress. Then I began to walk. Took a few steps and I looked back at the bed. And then I took a few more steps and I reached the bedroom door and I turned the knob and I opened the door and I exited the room. And then I turned right and I went downstairs. I took a hard left and went into the kitchen. Later on, took myself to my vehicle and I got in and I turned it on and I put it in reverse and I reversed down the driveway and I parked at the Piggly Wiggly and I turned the car off and I got out of the car. I shut the door, of course. I got one of the buggy, pushed the buggy into the Piggly Wiggly and I got the list out from my wall. That's Baron Coleman. Get to the point, brother. Again, I did almost faint. I mean, she just speaks about it so casually because I think she's a 4th generation mortician, which is fascinating. That is your lineage. You know, you come from morticians. I think that's absolutely fascinating. Think of the stories that she has. I just want to hang out with her. Somebody on X told me the other day, I don't know this woman. I feel like it would be healing to share 2 martinis and a basket of mozzarella sticks with her. And that is how I feel about this individual. About Lauren. I'm down for the martini or a vodka tonic. And maybe some layered cheese fries. Ooh. Oh, goodness gracious. Like Candace, Baron is using a whole bunch of words to make it sound more complicated than it actually is. To make it sound impossible. When you just heard from the horse's mouth that it is not only possible, but rather normal, especially in high-profile cases. Everything he deems as not feasible is actually feasible, probable, possible, and normal. All the O's.
We were able to look at the interior of the funeral home we're pulled into and realize that's not the same funeral home where the picture took place. So those pictures weren't in Arizona. They couldn't have been.
It's very common for families to come, have an open casket gathering to say goodbye, to really spend time with their person. No matter how long or short that time is, then we close the casket, we go to the airport. It just depends on what the family wants or needs. And if they wanted that time with their loved one, then the funeral home will accommodate to make that happen before we bring them to the airport.
We dug around all of the funeral homes in the area. Luckily for us, they have different furniture, different carpet, different trimmings on the walls.
I love the dedication. I love it.
And we were finally able to figure out which room this picture was taken in. It's this room here.
It's a really nice funeral home.
And we know because there's paneling on the wall consistent with what we saw. We saw these lamps. We saw this carpet. The carpet reminds me of the girl's dress. You couldn't tell if it was white or blue.
Just be glad it's updated carpet, because most funeral homes, the carpet is like the last damn thing that they update. That's pretty nice carpet.
And by finding the room, we're able to map out how long it would take to get from the medical examiner's office to that funeral home.
How long?
Wow. Importantly, we're able to find out how long it would take to get from that funeral home back to the airport.
This is dedication.
Here is the picture, just in case you don't believe me that this was the same funeral home. Tell me this is not the same place. If the earliest arrival time, we'll call it 1:30. Do you know what time Air Force 2 landed at Salt Lake City? 2:24. It's an hour away. So if you get to the funeral home at 1:30 and the Vice President of the United States lands an hour away.
You're guessing that they got there at 1:30. I'm going to guess they got there at 1 o'clock, 12:30, definitely sooner.
You would have to leave almost immediately.
At the funeral home, we plan for things very strategically. We're already going to have the time plan that we need to leave for the airport, and we want to make sure that we give the family at minimum an hour. Do with that what you will.
They got there, we're guessing, around 3:30 based on the pictures and everything else we're able to find. Here's a picture of Charlie Kirk and a hearse arriving at the Salt Lake City airport where Air Force 2 was. And we know now that it's the right funeral home. After the photo op, you've got to close the casket. You've got to get ready to move.
So the casket was already on wheels in the chapel when she's sitting up next to it. That's called a church truck. It's a movable little cart. We set the casket on it. We center the casket on it, and it moves around the chapel. He's already in the casket. He's ready to go. He is ready for transport. Closing the casket would take all of a minute.
You've got to bring in the little wheelie thing. You got to
already on the wheelie thing.
You got to wheel him through the funeral home. You got
another minute.
Wheel him through the garage. You got to load him up into the car. You got to lock the casket in place. You got to shut the doors.
Again, I think all of that would take tops 10 minutes. Like when we're ready to go, we're ready to go. Family's not going to mess around. Follow me. We're on our way to the airport.
It's not like you run in, do a photo op for 3 minutes, and then like immediately, all right, let's pack it up. Let's go. We did our photo op.
I think they could have done.
That's the dumbass that has never done any of this. Y'all realize he's never done any of this. He's never been a mortician. He's never literally went through from step 1 to step 1,000 and completed an entire process of what happens once someone is declared deceased, leave the hospital, get the autopsy to the medical examiner's office, all that other stuff, to the funeral home, to wherever. He's never done any of that. He's theorizing and he's obsessed. Who looks at the wall paint to determine what funeral home he went to? It doesn't matter when you weren't invited to his damn funeral. Baron Coleman was not at his funeral. Why do you care? His bum ass wasn't invited, and I wouldn't invite him either. He's an idiot. I've never seen grown men obsess over something like this and then try to speak as if they have done this, as if this is his profession. He's not a mortician. This is what's so crazy about this. The Candy Ass cult members not one time verify whether or not he's actually performed any of these acts at all. He makes it seem like closing a door and locking it would take an hour to do. Maybe for him because he's retarded and he's slow and he's a simpleton and instructions are hard for him. So it's defining and spelling the word instructions. But for someone who's an expert in this, she can tell you exactly how long this would take because she does the job every day. Hell you mean? He sounds retarded. All of this is him guessing everything. It's so stupid. Guess what, Baron Coleman? None of this will come up in the murder trial either. None of it. So you're saying all this for nothing, you moron.
All that in 15 minutes because they knew that they'd get to see him again. It's not like that was the final goodbye. They had their own private burial. So this was more of a let's spend a little bit of time with him before we fly him off and then drive all together to the airport. I've done airport pickups and drop-offs for active duty military that have died, and you all drive together to the airport. You stay in a line because you're meeting somebody at the airport and they're bringing you onto the tarmac. That's a process. That's a big process. So you need to arrive together in as few vehicles as possible. You all want to ride together, maybe have a limo where everybody can ride in one vehicle just so that we don't get separated and then we don't take up the whole tarmac with like 50 different vehicles. So we're all going to drive together. We're all going to arrive together and they're going to direct us to the place that we need to go with the body so that we can be a part of the process of them unloading the casket and then us loading it onto the plane or deplaning. Both of the ones that I have been on the tarmac, they had died active duty and then were flown to me. So I met with the family ahead of time. We went to tarmac and we waited while they unloaded and then we placed them in the hearse and we started heading back home to hometown.
Earliest they could have possibly arrived was around 1:30, and then they would have had to leave by 2:30 in order to get to the airport on time. And it's not like it takes 1 minute to pack up the body and get it into the hearse.
I think I would need 2 minutes.
How long could she possibly have been there?
Normally, if you're the funeral director and you're calling the family and they know that there's a time crunch, you set that expectation immediately and you tell them, this is how much time we have at the funeral home. We only have 30 minutes and then we need to be on the road. They want to be on time too. They don't want to be behind schedule, especially if you have Air Force 2 waiting on you, that rhymed, at the airport. So families are very understanding and very flexible, knowing that we have a timeline.
Take that, Baron. Why do you? I mean, he's done. Did he do this for 3 hours? I didn't watch the full thing with Baron. She said it was a 3-hour thing. Was it 3 hours of him just doing that? Is that his normal shtick? Just use the most amount of words for nothing to get like a word quota that he has to meet each day? Oh my gosh, he and Candace, and he's an attorney. I feel like he got his client the death penalty for a traffic violation. Sorry, my contact is like, you see it moving around?
It's interesting because Charlie was in a suit, and we know that he didn't take a suit to Utah. He was never seen in a suit. Why would he take a suit unless he was planning to have a funeral? Notice they don't live there, so it's not like someone ran home and grabbed one for him real fast. If you look at the picture and you look at the video, that's not a new suit. They didn't go buy a suit, and it's certainly not a new tie, nor is it a tie, frankly, I think Charlie would.
Okay, I don't know really any. I want to input on this because families will absolutely buy new suits. He's trying to say that it's a suit that Charlie already owned, and I think the only person that really knows that would be Erica or the family. Again, I think we're downplaying how quickly someone could get into town. They could have had an assistant that flew with the suit overnight. They could have had someone immediately get in the car and start driving. I really don't know. I do think it would be doable. Even if they showed up, and I'm being for real, with the suit at noon, I could still have him dressed and casketed if they were going to be there at 1:30. And maybe that's why I've talked about the cosmetics on Charlie's hands and how they're really orange. Maybe that's why his cosmetics were so not that great. Why his hands looked so orange is because it was a rush job. They rushed the cosmetics. Definitely could have been totally doable. You would not put makeup on his hands until after he was in the suit. So that would actually explain maybe a little bit more on why I didn't like his hands, because they didn't spend a whole lot of time on him. They just very quickly dust, paint, wanted to make him look as lifelike as possible, even though he's very dead. Okay, so let's talk about what I think the timeline probably looked like, because I noticed something nobody was really talking about. Like, this guy didn't bring up the embalming. I was waiting for it. I was like chomping at the bit. He didn't bring it up, unless he did, and I missed it, but it was 3 hours long. We know Charlie Kirk was picked up from the medical examiner's office before 4 a.m. because news crews capture that. We've got that established. So let's say, worst case scenario, embalming didn't even begin until, I don't know, 4 in the morning. Let's say 4. I think it was sooner, but let's say 4. Could a funeral home perform a thorough post-autopsy embalming, prepare him for a private family viewing, and have him ready later that day? Absolutely, 100%. Would it have made for a very busy day at the funeral home? home? Absolutely. Do I think that they were still embalming him when the family came in to make arrangements that morning and pick out the casket? Yes, I think that's a very real possibility. But looking at it through funeral service eyes, nothing about this timeline made me go, wait a second, that's impossible. Quite the opposite. Now, embalming isn't a one size fits all. It depends on a lot of things. Was it a full autopsy? Was it just a cranial exam? What condition was the body in? Every case is different. Because this appears to have been an active investigation, I'm assuming it was a full autopsy. And when we're embalming someone after a full autopsy, we're not just embalming one body, one unit. Every limb has to be embalmed individually. The head is embalmed separately. The organs, which are placed in that red viscera bag during the autopsy, also have to be chemically preserved before they're returned to the body. We're trying to get as much drainage as we can while injecting each limb, each arm, each leg, everything. It's a lot of work. I'm not gonna lie. It would take hours. Personally, I think the embalming was probably the longest part of this entire process. If I had to guess where the bulk of the day was spent, it was right there in the prep room. Once the embalming was complete, he would have been dressed, placed in the casket, and prepared for a private family viewing. I could have had him dressed and casketed and starting the cosmetics within an hour. There are several different ways that day could have unfolded, but every version of that timeline is completely reasonable from a funeral service standpoint. One question I kept seeing, how do you know Charlie Kirk was embalmed? I want to talk about this because there is absolutely a 0% chance I would have a family come in and view an autopsy body that had not been embalmed. No. And with her videos and photos that she took with his body, no, he would 100% have to be embalmed. After an autopsy, the body has been opened. Why incision? Medical procedure. The organs have been removed, examined. Everything has to be reconstructed, preserved, and cared for before that family walks through the door. And here's the other thing people don't always think about because they don't live in a funeral home. An autopsy speeds up the changes that naturally happen after death. That's nobody's fault. It's just biology. So if my goal as a funeral director is to give a family the very best possible viewing, I'm embalming.
It's just biology. Something he does not know, he does not understand.
The body has been opened. Why incision? Medical procedure. The organs have been removed.
Medical procedure. Something Baron Coleman doesn't know anything about. Biology. Science. Medicine. This is not his field. He's literally talking like a 2-year-old about this subject because he's ignorant to it. He didn't study this in school. He probably failed 3rd grade science. I'm just going to go there and say that. Baron Coleman probably tuned out of science by the time he was 8 years old. For him to even try to create a timeline in a subject matter that he does not know or understand is absolutely absurd. And the dumbass cult members eat this nonsense up. And when you get the expert to actually come in and debunk his dumbass, all of a sudden she doesn't know what she's talking about, but this is her profession. Because that's what the cult will tell you. Because they have a hive mentality and no brain. Obviously, Baron Coleman is eating the cult members' brains out because he didn't get one. Lucifer was like, why should I give you that? That's just a certain level of demonic you got to have to be able to think that Candace is smart. Imagine that. An alien who hears demons squealing in her head. And then her demons pop out and blink at everybody. And somehow people think that she's smart. No, she's demonic. Baron Coleman is such a freaking idiot. He's so stupid. And she taking him to school. Oh, I love Lauren the Mortician. Oh, she is taking him to school. Baron Coleman, you need to sit your ass down somewhere and have several seats. You are a clown, boy. You're a clown. Goofy.
Examined. Everything has to be reconstructed, preserved, and cared for before that family walks through the door. And here's the other thing people don't always think about because they don't live in a funeral home. An autopsy speeds up the changes that naturally happen after death. That's nobody's fault. It's just biology. So if my goal as a funeral director is to give a family the very best possible viewing, I'm embalming as soon as I reasonably can. The minute that embalming was done for Charlie Kirk at the medical examiner's office, and I've got the family's okay, I would have been there. 1 a.m., 2 a.m., I would have been there and immediately been going back to the funeral home to embalm. Not because we're trying to rush anybody, but because we are trying to slow nature down, get the embalming done as quickly as we can, and give that family as much time with their loved one as possible. Literally our job. Another thing people kept asking about was his hands. Everybody talks about his hands. I'm going to put the little comment like here. I don't know. I swear you guys notice everything. Carpet color, hand placement, nothing gets past the internet. But honestly, nothing about the hands stood out to me other than they were cosmetized poorly. I want to pop up one more comment on the screen here that I saw. I got messages about his hand placement, how Charlie Kirk's hands were placed in the casket. Because typically we're used to going to an open casket and seeing the hands one over the other, kind of like they're here, not here. Now, I know you can't can't see that, but I'm like down, like right above my belly button or at the belly button. There isn't a funeral director rule book that says every person has to have their hands folded exactly one way. More commonly, we'll place one hand gently over the other. Sometimes, especially if someone has broader shoulders, a larger frame, maybe they're heavier set, their hands rest a little farther apart because, well, that's just what looks the most natural. We want them to look comfortable. I don't want you to look like you're trying to fit in an itty bitty casket. I want you to look comfy. I don't want it to look like I'm posing an action figure. So by having Charlie Kirk's hands down and not one over the other, the question is why? Could it have simply been the embalmer's preference? I think so. Absolutely. I also noticed he wasn't wearing a wedding ring. A lot of funeral directors will intentionally leave the left hand visible over the right. So if somebody wears a wedding ring, families often notice that. They notice those little details. Without one, there's a little bit more flexibility in how you position the hands. So if you're looking at his hands, still trying to run with that mannequin theory, and you're thinking, that's weird, why are his hands down here? To me, that looked like a completely normal casket presentation. Well, I finished filming this stitch, and now it looks like I might have to make another one because Candace Owens has entered the chat again. So stay tuned for that one. And if you enjoyed this video where I stitch another creator and explain the funeral service side of things, let me know down in the comments. I've stitched videos before, but this is the first time I've really done it with another YouTube to YouTube creator. And I do want to thank the original creator for starting the conversation. Again, no hate whatsoever. He seems like a really nice guy. I feel like we'd have some really interesting conversations. And he brought up questions that a lot of people were already wondering about. I just happen to have a perspective that comes from working in funeral service, and I hope it helps explain why some of these things aren't as unusual as they first might seem. At the end of the day, you're allowed to believe whatever you want.
I know. I already said it. I love her. I love everything about her. Her personality, her aesthetic. Clearly, I like her aesthetic. The only thing I disagree with her on is the fact that Baron is a nice guy. He's not.
He's not.
He's not.
He's not.
Oh, he's
The
wicked.
doctor.
He's wicked, Lauren. And so is his bestie, Candy. So I'm excited for that stitch. We'll be reacting to that as well. Morticia will make another appearance. Fascinating. Everything that she just mentioned. I can have someone dressed and casketed within X amount of time. That is, I mean, if we really think about what her job entails, it's wild. She does it every day. And her family, again, 4th generation. I think it was 4th generation. I mean, wild, right? She's fascinating. Baron. So how did the suit get there? Okay, is that another theory? Someone had Charlie's suit and a bad tie hidden because they knew he was going to be killed? Because they had a hand in it? Is that what you're getting at? How about somebody drove overnight to get her the suit there? Or they shipped the suit overnight? It's please. That's something, again, you could have kept from saying that. You really could have kept from saying that. And how do you know that wasn't a suit that they bought? Do you know, or do you have stalkers in the closet? Come out of the closet, Baron. I love how these people, I love how they act like they knew Charlie. And now you know his wardrobe. You know that wasn't a new suit. And how did they have his suit there so quickly? Unless he knew that he was going to die. Shut up, brother. Shut up. How do you combat this professional take? How do you counter it? What is your counter argument, Baron?
Yeah, it's not.
She just said everything you've said is not far-fetched. It's not out of the realm of normal when it comes to medical examination and funeral preparation. You idiot.
He's an idiot.
Again, their theories are just all dead in the water. Dead in the water. None of them carry any weight. None of them are valid. Candace has been for almost a year yapping about another woman's husband, saying she's getting close. It's been almost a year. Theory. None of it pans out. You've not closed any of your circles. Egyptian planes, we'll never see that raw data. The tunnels, exploding microphone, make it make sense. I can't wait for her episode on Candace. Okay. I love you all. And I hope you have a fantastic evening. And I will see you tomorrow. Bye.
That was so good. Oh my God. I'm here for this. Y'all, shout out to Lauren the Mortician, girl. Now, Baron Coleman is a moron that claims to be an attorney. He's an embarrassment to the rule of law, and he should be disbarred. Now, all judges everywhere should be sanctioned him. Forget the reprimands. Go straight to the sanctions. 80. Oh, Lord have mercy. What's going on, McCruz? How you doing, honey? The cultists are attacking Lauren for real. Lauren the Mortician? Why did they attack? Oh, because they can't read hard words. She debunked them. And now they big me. Oh, they big mad because she debunked the hell out of Barron's dumbass. You can't take that moron seriously. Isn't everyone on our side so great? Oh, no. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Lauren the Mortician was fantastic. Fantastic. I wanted to do one more video, y'all. I wanted to do one more video. Can we do one more? Can we do one more? Candace, you going to jail?
Candace, why don't you tell me what you remember?
Love me sweet, never let me go.
I love this.
Howdy ho there, neighbors. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Edie. I hope you're all having a wonderful day. What you been doing? Tell me everything. Has anything embarrassing happened to you today? Please put it in the comments. That's what we want to hear. I'm not going to keep you too long. I just wanted to react to this Candy clip. Of course, Candy, goodness gracious, wearing the doily top still. There was so much to pull from her most recent episode. Blasphemy against the Holy Spirit, doily arms, and emergency room blunders. So let's take a peek at what she has to say. Of course, she's just giving Brian Harpole more and more for the lawsuit.
Yep.
She's not helping her cause.
Moving on from that, interesting little tidbit for you. Remember how Frank Turek described them receiving scrubs from the hospital? And I've always found that to be remarkably suspicious. You don't just get surgical scrubs at an ER because you're covered in blood. Still, by the way, nobody knows why or how he got that blood on him, because if Brian Harpole is to be believed, he was doing all of the work while Rick Cutler was holding him, while Frank was praying in the back. So we asked the question, right? We know this because we learned that the feds immediately had the car towed, sent away, wanted it cleaned and resold. They didn't take it and go, oh, let's keep this for evidence. They said, get rid of the car. So I don't think that they said, get rid of the car, but let's keep Brian Harpole's or Rick Cutler's boxers for evidence. In my mind, they likely took their clothes and had them destroyed. That's in my mind. I don't know that for certain. It's an unknowable thing unless you are Tyler Robinson's defense team and you can demand access to that sort of information, which I would if I was on Tyler Robinson's defense.
But you're not.
Down to the boxers.
Because you didn't go to law school.
The feds took it.
Because you're an idiot.
You see, I'm a person who actually, just to be clear, so that I'm on record, I want the judge to come back in September and say that there is enough evidence to move the case forward, that the influencers were convincing. Me and Turning Point in that regard, we're kind of rooting for the same thing, but for different reasons. I personally just want to see how long they can keep this farce going. I want more information to become available to the public. I want to see them do that thing that's going to happen more like, I don't know. My body cam just went out at right the exact moment when I found the screwdriver. There's going to be a lot of that. I want the story to become increasingly more cartoonish, for the influencers to become more radical, because I think it's needed for the world to awaken to what exactly it is that rules over us. I also want to mention a little bit more about this hospital. Another very interesting tip that we received, and I believe this is a potentially explosive lead.
Sorry, I can't listen to her today. I will just give you a briefing of what she said. She goes on about the high improbability that everything went down as Brian Harpole said it went down. Okay. She said that he has just fallen asleep watching House too many times. And so everything that he has described is fiction. It's just a story that he's told. He had no authority to go into the ER and to grab a gurney. That is, he could be killed for that. He'd be stoned to death for that. Taking a gurney? What? What do you mean? Right. He didn't do that. That's what she's saying. He didn't do that. And grabbed scissors. Where did the scissors come from? Even though Brian Harpole never said it was scissors. And likely because most men, Candace, not yours, not your man.
Yep.
Because we know about Georgia.
Taking gay.
But most manly men walk around with something called a knife. A knife, a multi-purpose knife, multifunctional, like a tactical tool, right? It's got the knife par, maybe a bottle opener. It's got a gadget on there that you can break glass if you get into a car wreck or you got to get out. Something like that. Most men carry something like that. Okay. So that's likely what he pulled out of his pocket. He probably was carrying a tactical knife of sorts, because a lot of men do, and cut Charlie's shirt off.
he was head of security, Brian Harpole. So of course, or a protocol in place that you're supposed to follow. And he went into the ER and was communicating with the doctors Charlie's medical history, okay, and told them what kind of drugs to admit. He said, I was telling him that he needs this kind of drug, that kind of drug. Candace thinks that's so far out of the realm of normal that it couldn't have happened. Okay. What if Brian was just telling them he's allergic to this medication, not allergic to that medication? I've done X, Y, and Z. Don't you need to communicate that to the doctors? Every time I've gone to the hospital with, let's say, my mother, she's incapacitated, I have to explain to them everything that she takes, everything she has taken that day, what she might be allergic to, what she's had a reaction to before. I mean, that's just standard operating procedure. Okay. And the scrubs part, okay, giving someone paper scrubs. They weren't surgeon scrubs or doctor scrubs. They're disposable scrubs. Candace, what's wrong with you? Everything she complicates. And things that are so simple, she complicates because that's what sells. That's what makes her that moolah. That's all she wants. She's got to keep hopping back and forth between conspiracies, between the perceived lies that she's identified, right? Because you got to keep people interested. And the world loves darkness. They love wickedness. They love evil. They hate the light. And so they feed off of this. It's like a drug to them. They need it. They can't function without it. We got people in Candy's comments talking about they have withdrawals if they're without her too long. What?
Oh.
What? No. Get out of here with that. Get out of here. You've made her an idol. That's idolatry in a nutshell. This woman, goodness, great.
Co-members must start having withdrawals. I told y'all they sitting on mushrooms all day. Candace, what kind of drugs you giving these people to do? It's got to be the hive mindset. Didn't I tell y'all these cult members are sitting somewhere 24/7 high as hell in their alternate reality? Boy, them withdrawals sound like something. Candace. We might have you drug tested. You're going to file a complaint to the police or the FBI, whatever. Yeah, we're going to ask them to get a subpoena to have you drug tested. Like, y'all, officer, listen. She used to be an Adderall fiend, okay? She said so herself. She's probably still addicted to Adderall. And she claims to be 7 months pregnant. So she definitely should be drug tested. This whole time, Candace might be high on shrooms. Who knows? It's the colors. The colors. She already talks about astral projections. Candace, we're waiting on you to file this complaint, this report, so we can show them the video of you talking about astral projections and seeing dead people. Yes. Because you got a lot of Lucy, you got some explaining to do.
Gracious sakes alive. Okay. She's just completely and utterly wicked. I've never seen such wickedness play out in real time. I blame everyone who gave her a platform. Hello. Each and every one of you noticed a red flag that you ignored. And now here we are with this. Here we are with that. And her doily top, her bad bangs, yapping for almost a year about another woman's husband, berating a widow, berating all of Charlie's inner circle and the people who were with him day in and day out. Goodness me. All the while purporting to be a Christian, which she is not. She wouldn't know the truth if it slapped her in the face. She don't know the Lord. She's not indwelled with the Holy Spirit. What? Prove me wrong. What fruit? You'll know them by their fruit. What fruit, other than rotten, gross, maggot-filled fruit, has she produced? You don't know the Lord. the Lord, God Almighty, Jesus Christ, God incarnate, born of a virgin, walked this earth sinless, tempted as we are, but never sinned, took a sinner's punishment on a cross that we are all worthy of, because the wages of sin is death. God is not a man that he should lie. And Jesus Christ took a punishment once for all for the forgiveness of sins. He laid down his life. Nobody took it from him. And he endured brutal, agonizing torture over a long period of time. It was not short and sweet. No. He was tortured. A crown of thorns was pounded into his skull. His beard was ripped out. He was spat on. He was whipped and scourged. He was forced to carry his own cross. Nails were dug into his hands and feet. He hung upon a cross and he said, Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do. And he gave up his spirit. He was put into a tomb. 3 days later, that tomb was empty. He is not here. He is risen. And people testified to seeing the risen Savior. To seeing him, talking to him. He ascended to the right hand of the Father, where he now reigns. He's coming back soon. And Candace don't know him. And she's going to be face to face with him one day. And she'll say, Lord, Lord, I said Christ is king, and I put a cross on a hat, and, I sang songs for you and went to mass for you, and I cast out demons for you, and blah, 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 blah. And he's going to say, away from me, evildoer, I never knew you, and you don't get to live with me forever in paradise. I don't have a place prepared for you. I don't know you. Bye. Bye. And then Candace will be thrown into sheer and utter darkness for all of eternity. Darkness that can be felt, where there's weeping and gnashing of teeth, where the worms never die. The fire is not quenched. Hell is not a sauna or a party or a concept. It's a place created by the living God for the devil and his angels. And Candace will find herself nestled there if she doesn't repent. I pray the Lord grants her repentance. Because this woman is just evil incarnate. And I don't think that she's going to stop. I don't think she is going to stop. Oh my. In this clip.
Candace, let me tell you something right now. Whether you stop or not is irrelevant. At this point, it's all about making sure that for whatever you do, there's an equal and opposite reaction where you will feel the consequences of your dumbass behavior. I'm not here to shut Candace up. I want her to keep talking. Candace, I want you to file that complaint to whomever. The police, FBI, the CIA, Department of Justice. I don't care where you go with it. Just be bold enough to put up the information related to the complaint. Your so-called report. Because even the terminology you use lets me know that you're full of shit. You don't file a report. You file a complaint. Because anybody could take a report and make it sound something. You don't file a report with the police. You file a complaint. Same thing with the FBI. You file a complaint. There's a whole website where you can report cybercrimes and file a complaint of doxing. So we want to know who your point of contact is, the investigator. We want all the information. Where you are falsely accusing people of doxing, which is a crime. Because Candace, a class action lawsuit would do you some good. It would. Whether it sits you down or shuts you up is irrelevant. Because what we know is you're not going to want to go to court and have a whole trial with 50 plus co-petitioners. No. And you will not be the only defendant named Candace. No. We'll get all the dumbass cohorts sitting here lying like hell as well. Just like Mitch Snap. You'll have co-defendants in this class action. All of those clowns will go down with you. So go ahead and file your complaint so we can get the evidence and the information and move forward with what we got to do. Didn't I tell y'all? This is what happens when you think you're threatening somebody. You get hit with a class action lawsuit for defamation. Come on, Candace, file that complaint.
She plays the Brian Harpole interview he did with whatever that crazy guy is. And she was laughing as he was describing the death of Charlie Kirk.
Yep, smiling.
And the immediate aftermath after Charlie was shot and was gushing blood. She laughed. She laughed. She is a sickly, sadistic serpent. She's crazy. Why are you still following her? Candy cultist? Why? Oh, because you hate the light. You love the darkness. And she is pure, evil, insidious darkness. Okay, I have to go. I want to know what you have to think about this. No, I want to know what you think about this.
Oh, man, Edie. You gotta love Edie. Y'all, this has been something else out of 3 hours. I want to thank you all so much for tuning in. Oh, child. Candace, you are disgusting. I call him by birth name Harry Myers. He said he's the son of the Zodiac Merker. You know, a mass killer. Like, he thinks that's cool. That's how stupid Mitch Snow, a.k.a. Harry Myers, is. He thinks that saying, you know, this Zodiac killer guy is my daddy, my papa, my peepaw. Isn't that cool? No! This man took people's lives. But that goes to show where he, you know, values, devalues human life. He has no respect for human life. Because he thinks it's cool to be the son of a mass murderer. Can't make this up. Candace, you and Mitch Snow are going to lose like hell. Okay? You're going to lose. You keep on with this defamation. You're going to catch more lawsuits, girl. That's all we're going to say about that. We don't give a damn how your cult feels. I never did. They can get named. We're not afraid to name your cult members as co-defendants. See how God can take something so evil and flip it around in your favor. Turns out for your good. Candace, we're waiting on you to file that complaint. Out your mind. Y'all, this has been absolutely amazing. Lauren the Mortician. We might check out her full video of her going in on Baron Coleman. Because that's what needs to happen. People need to make him look like the idiot that he sounds like. More often. I'm here for it. So, she said it was 3 hours. Yeah, we might do a watch party on that. Y'all want to watch party on Lauren the Mortician going in on Baron Coleman? Oh, man. And then we got to do a watch party on Joshua Carr. He had another debate with another Candace cult member. Y'all, we just laugh at them at this point. You can't go back and forth with them. They don't have brains. We just laugh at them. So I'm here for that. That's 2 watch parties. I'm here for it. Let's see. I tagged you in on when she put it out. Oh, cool. Okay. So we got the full video. Did I miss it? We started out with X and then it started thundering and ooh, child. Oh, I got some updates to do with Carmelo Anthony case. Oh, I see it. Okay. All right, cool. We got it right here, y'all. You know what? At 7, we'll come back and we'll do the watch party on this. Ooh. Yay. Oh. Yeah, I try to follow everybody that follows me. Candace, you can kiss my ass. Yep. All right. Y'all want to do watch party at 7? And Gil will come up and hang out with us for a little bit. We'll do that. All right. That'll give me some time to get some food in me. And let the storm calm down because it's still storming in my area, y'all. And then we'll come back and we'll do a watch party on this. This is 3 hours? What's with Jesus? Okay, I see a 24-minute video. Hold on. Is there another one I'm missing? This is 24 minutes. What was 3 hours? Am I missing something? Oh, man, she has a huge following. Okay. It's 24 minutes, so we can do that. We could do the watch party for this video and the one for Joshua Carr where he was debating somebody. I don't know who he was debating. I hadn't seen it. The newest one he did. But I do want to see it. I just think it's funny. What? Yeah, this one right here, the one he did. Debating Candace Owens Coates is live about the Charlie Kirk murder. I found the craziest ones. It's an hour and 28 minutes. And then Laura's video is like 24 minutes. Unless I'm missing something. So we'll watch that whole video and go into his thing for the watch party. At 7 o'clock. And that way, yeah, I can check my emails and DMs and all that good stuff. She said Barron's video was 3 hours. What? What the hell he got to talk about for 3 hours? Hell no, we not watching his bum ass for 3 hours. I will watch Lauren's video. It's 24 minutes. She debunked the hell out of him. His video was 3 hours long of him guessing because he never paid attention in science and biology. Aaron Coleman kick rocks and kiss our ass. Going somewhere. Dumbass. It's like they trying to compete with who can be the dumbest this week. Let's get the supers in right quick. Oh, man. Now, make sure you check out the article we checked out at the beginning of the live stream. Oh, Queen Dipshit got it coming. Candace, you going to jail? Shout out to Juju for gifting an LLC membership. Make sure you guys show some love to Juju if you got a membership. Thank you, Ashley, for the $1 super. What's going on, Enterprise? Thank you for the 10 jewels. Shout out to the mods. Oh, shout out to the mods, you all. I appreciate you all. Make sure you guys subscribe to Treehouse News. She is another conservative who many people owe apologies to. Trying to support Candace the dumb demon. And that woman got doxxed. Can't make this up. Shout out to her. So make sure you guys go show us some love and show us some support. Juju gifted another LLC membership. Ayo. Thank you so much, Juju. Make sure you guys say thank you, Juju, for that membership. Jump for 9. What's going on? Thank you for the $5 super. LLC, did you see the new video from Nick Brooks? I have not. But as you all can see, I have it in the lineup. He did a video on, wait, where is it? I just saved it. Or was I tagged in on it? He has a new video. Breaking down the, hold on. I thought I saved it. Yeah, this one here, he did the recusal. The Candace Owens motion detail everyone missed. I'm so proud of him. Y'all look how this channel is growing. Look how he's growing. When we first had Nick Brooks on, let me go back so y'all can see. People think that's a joke. What y'all see down here? 7 months ago. First one to invite him on a podcast, and it just took off from them. And then Jay Witt had him on a couple times. And look at God. Want to do it this 7 months ago. I saw one video and I was like, oh, I love his style and delivery. The same thing with Gil. We're going to get Gil growing. We absolutely will. Because people value and love the perspective of someone who is a real attorney that can give a stance from both sides, you know, from that legal aspect, and asks and answers questions just like everybody else. Love it. This was 3 hours, y'all. And then he may have had 1,000 subs, and look how he's been blessed. I'm just so proud of him. I really am. Like quality, and I've seen so many other great content creators come up the ranks. Artie Trolls passed me. That it is just a blessing to see. It really is. So absolutely, just so y'all can see that God know how to pick them, don't he? Oh, who's retirement? Oh my God. Yeah, and see, he did a video about her motion to dismiss as well. I want to go over it before I watch his video because I think he goes through it, right? I do want to go over it. Go over the actual court documents myself. But yeah, we'll check out his video on that. But I saw that, yeah, he had these two new ones that I wanted to see. I thought I saved them already. I can make this up. All right. So shout out to you, Job for 9. Thank you for that $5 super. We got them saved now. Make sure you guys go and support Edie Marie, Candyland Biker Babe 7000. Gil it, the whole truth, a criminal defense attorney. He's gonna be joining us for a little bit at the next live. And then Juju gifted another LLC membership. Shout out to you. Thank you for the 10 jewels. And then for another 10 jewels. Another 10 jewels. And then 20 jewels. Y'all, this is so adorable. I love these little jewel things. Thank you, Mindy, for 10 jewels. Shout out to the Mars. Hey, Raven. Thank you for the 10 jewels. I appreciate it. March on with the $20 super just because you are our special queen of YouTube. Thank you so much, March on. All of the support goes a long way to take care of the expenses of this channel. Thank you all so, so much. Thank you, Jeep Lady, for the 10 jewels. Beep, beep. Who got the keys to the Jeep? Ow. I appreciate all of you all. You guys are amazing. Thank you so, so much. We'll be back at it at 7. And Gil will be hanging out with us a little bit. We'll do our watch party because I think it's going to keep storming in my area. I'm just trying to give it time to calm down. But hopefully nothing happens with the internet then. In the meantime, you guys, make sure you go out, hit the like button, subscribe to the Lady Luck Club if you are not, share the content, and please share the fundraiser if you can. Just want to thank all of you all so much that have supported the fundraiser, and I appreciate all of you all. A prayer goes a long way. And I don't want anyone to feel bad about not being able to financially, donate to it. Just leave a prayer and hit the like button, and let's get the LLC growing. Get to 50,000 Luxers. I'll work on some samples of t-shirts and everything while I'm here and try to catch up on as many emails as I can. But I appreciate all of you all. Thank y'all so, so much. I will see you all in the next one. You guys be good and be safe. Gil will be coming up at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. All right? Be good and be safe. And until then, Lady Luck Club out. Deuces.